morning.
Oh, I thought he was having a stroke for a second.
I thought he was beatboxing.
Good morning. We're doing it. Episode 2 of the Do-Over podcast.
Yeah.
That's right. Welcome to episode 2. The Do-Over podcast. Welcome.
See, but if it's 2, but then on that thing it says 3, I'm gonna get really confused.
Yeah.
You know, we're at 5 now.
Oh, okay.
We're at 5.
We're at 5. We'll just
like our Patreon.
We'll get to that in a second. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to episode 2 of the Do-Over podcast. We got Elliott Jams. Eltan the Bard. All right.
Humblest of bards.
And then we have Barbress Jess. What's up, Barbress Jess?
Hello.
Today is hat day. Bam!
Not a party till the wieners come out,
That's
huh?
right.
Yeah.
Weenie Hut Jr.
Sarah was rocking this. She walked on in. I was like,
Wait, she was just like at the grocery store?
Yeah, just walked in with it. I was like,
Bless her
Was that
heart.
kind of hot?
I mean, yeah, it was kind of hot because I'm like, you little slut.
Yeah, you're like,
Right.
you want me to have my wiener out? Whoa.
Look at
Say
this
no more.
saucy little minxies over here.
Dirty little minx.
Yeah. I was like, hey, let me get that hat. All right, I'm going to wear it. And then I was like, it should be hat day here at episode 2 of the Do-Over
That's
podcast.
every day of my life.
I
And I got to
did-
tell you,
yeah.
love me a hat day.
I did almost wear my I Heart Wieners hat, and then I was like, wow, the haters are going to really
But we
love
said,
that
but
one.
Jess, we said it's going to be hot day. And here you are trying to find a loophole in the law and wearing a beanie.
That's a hat.
I told her that she could do a beanie if she
Yeah.
wanted to.
Or thumbs up or down. Okay,
say?
he gives you the thumbs up.
Thumbs
He
up.
gives you the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Now, before we get started, I want to say a few things.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Don't say anything.
I'm going to say all the things. Round of applause for our listeners, our
Yes.
viewers, YouTube, Spotify. Spotify has a ton of traffic. There's been some fires that's going down, little fires that we'll probably talk about a little bit later on, that kicked out basically the internet to all of Southern California.
Mhm.
Essentially, yeah.
When we launch our first official episode. But the reviews are in, the views and the streams are in. Thousands of you have enjoyed our podcast thus far, and we enjoy you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
and
thank you.
also your direct support. A lot of people are asking. Our Patreon is now officially up. Look, I said it last time. As long as you just watch it or listen to it,
Just like and subscribe.
do all that stuff, the YouTube, the Spotify, follow us. That's enough. But if you do want to directly support, we do have a Patreon up. And we now have one.
Two.
No.
1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11
Oh.
Patreon members.
Hey.
Wow.
And I was going to shout them out by name, but then I was like, what if their significant other does not want them giving money to
Well,
us? So I'm like,
that's fair.
I mean, a lot of
That's
people
fair.
use like a fake name on Patreon, right?
No.
Isn't that like the whole thing?
No.
You put up like a disguise name so people don't know you're throwing money at a podcast.
I think that if you're linked up to a Patreon, like because they have to charge your account, you have to use your real name. I don't know. But
Yeah.
a shout out to each and every single one of you. We are going to put the uncensored audio of every episode moving forward on Patreon. So if you don't like the bleeps, you don't want the bleeps, well, Patreon's where you can get it. As low as $5 a month. Your support will go towards us putting coffee in all of our bodies.
And even you might see us just one nipple.
Maybe
Not
a nip
mine.
slip.
We won't
Not
tell you
mine.
whose nipple it is.
You won't know.
It's gonna be orcs.
It's going to be super close in. You won't know whose nipple it is, but you'll be like, everyone's like, I hope it's
But
Jeff.
there will be
It's not.
But there will
It's
be
not. It's
well,
ours.
You don't
There's like
know.
some hair around it. It is mine.
It is,
You're
Jess.
right.
It is Jess's nipple.
It was me, Barry. It was my nipple all along.
And today on the Do-Over podcast with all that, I also have a giveaway.
Oh.
I'm doing a giveaway. Valerie O'Brien.
Valerie.
Valerie.
Valerie O'Brien Massage. She is offering up one full session
Wow.
for our listeners and our viewers, and or half off on a couples massage session. Now, keep in mind one thing. She is a respected professional.
Please don't ask for a happy ending.
Yes, there's no happy endings here. It is, and you know what? The thing about Valerie, I call her Val because we cool like that, right?
Oh yeah, you friends like that.
She f***s me up. Like, she does this elbow thing, and like, ever since I've been seeing her, I see her once a month. My back has not been thrown out in like 2 years.
Oh.
And
you haven't been.
You're not.
You haven't been
your
twerking
back
as
blown
much.
out?
You haven't been.
yeah. I haven't been out on the club.
You haven't been throwing your ass out in a circle lately. You know, that's the problem.
Maybe that is the problem. Maybe I need to get back out there.
You do.
But watch Drew for like a skate. He's like, all right, so I'm going to start twerking. And the second he does, his back, just you hear it.
Valerie!
He's like,
so,
get back here.
I will tell you how you can win that coming up a little bit later on. And today on the pod, we are talking about a lot of things. We got a lot
Speaking
of
of
things to talk
happy
about.
endings,
What?
FS1 coming your way.
That's a big deal.
Well, and so I've been following that since it dropped.
Right.
What are we talking about?
They haven't posted or done a thing. They're
Really?
just ignoring it.
Fox Sports 1.
Oh.
There's a bunch of sexual harassment and sexual abuse allegations going out there right now. And they're pretty bad.
Yeah.
They're not great.
They're not great.
Allegations.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Allegations.
Allegedly.
But bad allegations.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Also, how Jess wants Bush on her D&D character.
Yeah,
That's right.
I won't.
I'm back, baby.
I won't settle unless my character has the biggest bush you've ever seen.
Yeah, those goblins over there, they got some sort of a black liquid. It looks like they could use some democracy. I use holy.
They need some freedom.
That's right. I'm going to use holy light and light them asunder. That's right.
Anyways, good morning. So let's get to the catch up.
Yeah.
All right. It's been now. I want to say this. Shout out to Orky, producer Orky, because of all of our illnesses from the previous episode, and we were all recovering. Elliott, like 3/4 of the way through, going like this.
It literally sounded like he was gonna barf at any second.
Like he was gonna barf.
Dude. No, you guys should be. I should be getting that round of applause because I gave out. I gave out my voice just for last week's episode. The next morning, I couldn't talk. I
asked for an audio proof of this. I'm like, just audio, just like 10 seconds of something.
Yeah.
He did not do it.
No.
But then I called him the next day. He's like,
It was just, he was like, hey man, what's up? I was like, hey, how's it going, darling?
yeah, he sounded like a 48-year-old Edna that's been smoking. Shout out Edna. And then that's not about you, Edna.
Hey, yo, sugar tits, how you doing? It's just like,
so we were recovering, so we had to record on a Sunday, hence leaving Orc literally like 48 hours to do a turnaround on an episode, which I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. There's a lot of people around doing this stuff.
Yes.
There's a lot of support that we've gotten on this, and for him to pull that off.
Amazing. Thank you.
So now we are
Wookie
recording.
wookie.
We are recording on the normal schedule, so he will be able to have a family life because this is Orc a little bit bad with us.
yeah, but do Orcs like do family values? Is it like, all right, go out, kill boar?
I don't know.
Just bring it back for the tribe. What
Orky.
What are Orc family, like traditions?
Tell me, what are the Orc family traditions?
You pretty much got it, Elliot.
I know the culture.
Sleep's a big one.
He's like, I respect the culture. Now I'm going to steal that culture for myself.
Now,
Let's go find ourselves some boar heads.
But, like I noticed Isengard had a lot of manufacturers going on in those towers. How many towers were there?
Oh my God.
That's right.
I can't.
Anyways,
Better have your Isengard up, you know what I'm saying?
let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going. So thank you to all the support. We're here for you. Here's episode 2. Now, Elliot,
Drew,
what the hell have you been up to this last week?
just recovering. Recovering, and also some exciting news. I am a part of Rants Network's blogging team. So first 2 blogs are up on rantsnetwork.com. You can follow the link here.
Orky,
Insert link
right
there.
Yeah.
Hey, I did post the link on all of our stuff.
My first week there, 2 blogs down. Sonic 3 review, nice and toast. And then a little Packers Eagles preview because I'm getting back in that sports biz.
Ooh,
and
like
it's
it.
totally not a biased blog.
So it is completely biased.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely brought up the Eagles once.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
But
So-
I mean, they're a good team. Some would say a great team. I'm feeling upset, baby.
Is that what you're going for?
Um,
Is that what your betting dollars are hoping for?
I'm smelling an upset, baby.
And I'm smelling a parlay. More on that later.
I already have one.
Do you?
I have a 6-leg teaser.
Ooh, no way.
Yeah. I'm going to lose.
Are we going to get in on this? What?
You can.
Let's get in on this.
Okay. We can dive on in.
All right. Let's bring back Shot in the Dark, which maybe be happening in a couple of weeks. Details on that later.
Yeah, we
Jess,
Yeah.
what's up with you?
All I do is work.
So
I work.
You were saying you're Little Miss Boring now.
I'm
you're Little Miss
so
Boring.
boring.
Why are you
I'm
so boring?
So boring. All I do is work.
It's true. I mean,
Yeah.
we went out for drinks the other night. Well, me and Lady Jams were out for like a family dinner. Then I decided I want to drink. And
Yeah.
then Lady Jams was like, I'll drive. And I'm like, this is why I love you.
This is even better.
No, but we invited the Silksters and the Jess.
Okay, pause. How did he talk to you on the phone? Do you remember? He
Yeah.
calls and he's like, and we're like eating Taco Bell.
And we're in a vibe right now. Me and Lady Jams, we're in a vibe. We're in the car like, yo, head over to the press. Let's catch up.
Let's go. Let's
Well,
do
he
it.
calls Silks and he's like, Silkster. And
The
he's like,
Silkster.
hey, what's up, man? And he's like, what's going on, dog? Nothing. What's up? And Elliott goes, okay. Anyway, you down for a
Well,
nightcap?
no, the funniest thing is I'm like, what's going on? It's like, nothing much.
That's it? You don't want to expand on that? Like,
No,
that's all you got?
No expansion pack from him. It was just him sitting there, probably Winnie the Pooh in it, eating a Crunchwrap Supreme. And that's like, well, we're out, Berto's coming out, you want to, I don't know, have a nightcap, hang out. And he's like, we're having like a Taco Bell date.
A Taco Bell date?
Yeah, they're having Taco Bell dinner date. I mean, which is cool, right on, right a-roni, but let's get a little life here. I get
Right.
it. It's a Wednesday and like people have lives, but my schedule is now not the 9 to 5, the 5 to 9.
Yeah, the 5 to 9s, dude.
Right. So like I can kind of stay out a little bit. I can enjoy life again.
So you're like trying to reacclimate into like the nightlife
Kinda.
a little
and,
bit?
like-
Look, I was out, so I was like, why not just have a couple of brewskis
Right.
and talk to the boys?
And I'm
Yeah.
kind of shocked that Wednesday night is like a happening night.
I thought that was always like Thursday night.
I thought
oddly.
it was too.
Well, Wednesday's Jimbos.
But we were not there and I will never be there.
But that's your schedule. Why was it Jimbo's? Is it because they had some
Well-
kind of like a
Well,
deal?
College
Wednesdays used to be
night.
college nights.
It
So
still is.
and it was $2 Coors Lights.
Ooh,
and
so
like,
it is Jimbo's on
well, and like,
Wednesday.
and like $5 shots. So you were getting ripped.
Yeah, just fucking hammered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those were some good old days.
No, we were at press box and there's a dartboard there. And I'm like, I'm going to kill it right now.
Hey, you got a bullseye.
I got one.
You
I
did?
did. I got
Yeah.
a bullseye.
Oh.
And when no one acknowledged it, I turned around and I was like, hello?
No,
Yeah.
Well, the funniest thing happened because like she throws a bullseye, but it doesn't stick, so it like flies off like shrapnel. He's like, get down.
Yeah.
But then-
were you like, oh, it counts? It counts.
I was like, I got points.
But then not a second later, Lady Jams on her first throw darts one right down the
A
middle.
bullseye?
She's like oddly really good at darts.
She just,
No.
she just,
Yeah.
just a laser, just a
So it's funny
Yeah.
that you bring up the darts
Mhm.
because I was talking with our first official sponsor, which
Mhm.
we'll be talking about that probably more next week. But we did get a sponsor. Hey.
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 He was giving me a rundown
Mhm.
of professional darts.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
We've
You-
played darts.
Have you ever watched those highlights of those like they're like 17-year-old, 19-year-old blokes from England?
Yeah, well, it used to be like an England dominated thing. And I still think there's really good players from England
Oh, yeah.
because of the pub scene and all that.
Mhm.
But it apparently like a big world championship of like these leagues went down in South Korea. He was showing me the setups and the pictures. This is what I'm jealous. Now we talked about this a little bit when we were discussing Green Street Hooligans and like
Yeah.
football and how the fervor for the sports out there. And these other countries, you can get like mad support and big events for things that are really niche, right?
Mhm.
Like, let's be real. Professional darts, very niche, right?
Yeah.
Super.
But you would think it's the biggest thing you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
They had thousands
Those,
of
like,
these boards out there.
Those dart championship runs, and you see like the final two teams going back and forth,
Yeah.
getting 180s, and then the
Yeah.
other 100.
Insane. He had videos of like K-pop stars performing
Mhm.
there, like legit K-pop stars. It was incredible. I'm like, man, we got to get in on this dart scene.
Well, that, and every time they
Oh.
like hit it, you hear the fans.
I will be of no help in that. I'm so
You hit a
sorry.
bullseye.
I won. The rest of them literally would not even like attach.
No, she was. I mean, you had to get down. It was get down, Mr. President.
You're just
I don't know what. I don't know why. And Stokes is like, well, you're not throwing it right. And I was like, well, how do I throw it? Well, I don't know. And I was like, okay,
It's
thank
just
you
a-
for your
just a
help.
little
you're
like
supposed to
elbow
like
flick. Like
do
a
this,
little-
right? Like
I was like doing it.
She was doing like
I was doing
quarterback
it.
throws. What's that? Well, I think it might be Gossip Girl where they show the quarterback doing that horrible throw, and he's like pretending to be quarterback, and he's like,
That's what I was doing.
yeah. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it.
I think Jess is probably oddly athletic. though.
I am.
I don't think people give her credit because you were a dancer, right?
Yeah, and I played basketball.
Mm.
So
Wait, you play basketball? Were you any
Yeah.
good?
Can you still dribble a basketball, or is it one of
Are
those
you like-
does it look like Drake doing the Hotline Bling? Just like
We are
Well,
not Drake
listen.
stands in this house.
No, we're not. But listen, okay. I was number one leading scorer in Little Hoopsters.
Ooh,
all
Okay.
1 point.
all 6 points. 6 points a game.
I killed it. Okay.
Dude, 6 points like half the team total right there.
But I played in elementary school, and I should have kept on with it because I was good. But I was like, no, I'm gonna be a dance, and I like a little dancer. And my mom was like, my daughter is in cheer. You know how like moms do that.
She
Yeah,
was
it's
like-
politics.
She was really into you being in chair, like almost more than you were, kind of a deal. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, period. I'll be in cheer. I hated it.
You hated it?
I hated
Why did you hate
cheerleading.
it?
I'm not a cheerleader. I'm a dancer. Like I would rather be like, pop locking and dropping it.
Mm.
I don't like to be like on the field, like go team. Yeah.
Jess out here
Yeah.
looking like the girls from Camp Rock.
Camp Rock.
Camp Rock.
Well, and it's like you have to kind of know football
Mhm.
to be on
A
the
little
cheer
bit,
team, so
to
you
know
can
when
know.
to cheer.
Yes.
Right.
And I'd be like, what?
You're just following everyone
Yeah,
else's
I'm all,
lead.
whoa.
Get that
Wait.
tackle. Wearing our satchel. Go team, go.
Period.
Is that like a thing?
I don't
I
know.
don't
I've
know.
never. Did you just make that
You
up?
just have to know I can do anything off rip.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's that good.
He is that
Remember,
good.
Elliott's that good.
Yeah.
So good that when you guys were out doing your darts, someone came up to him and wanted to suck his dick.
Right.
Like
He
just
did.
stick the dick right in the mouth.
I was okay. This guy had me like crying the whole night while he was there because he was like so wasted,
Right.
super trashed, and it was like early, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
It's like 10 o'clock on a Wednesday.
he's,
I'm
all, he's all, don't judge me.
Yeah, I'm
I
like-
was wasted just enough.
I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he goes up to Elliott and asked where the darts were. Right? Is that what happened?
Dude, he wasn't speaking English. Now, luckily, I am fluent enough in brochigese to where I can understand the college frat bro
Right.
verbiage enough to where I kind of get what he's trying to say. No, but your boy is fluent in brochigese. So when a bro of any kind comes
What
to
does that
talk,
even mean?
it's essentially just like young white guy lingo,
Okay.
like college
Young white guy
college
drunk
bro-
lingo.
drunk college guy lingo. And seeing as I was that for a decade, you kind of pick up on it. This guy though had like broken brochigese, so his speaking was rough.
Mhm.
And the way it's set up, there's 2 dartboards, and then there's a table, like a high table where we were all sitting. So it's kind of in the way of one, kind of next to the other. But he's like, oh man, sorry, I didn't realize I was, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it goes. I'm like, yeah, man.
I'm sorry. Don't worry, bro.
It's like, and then you're just like, hey, man, it's all good. We're just trying to get a little dart going. You about to play some darts? Sure, man, I'm about to get like, hey, well, right, you know? Dude, I like you, man. I'm like, hey, likewise, buddy. And then he like bumped into either Jess or Lady, not like bumped, but like, but it's just like, oh yeah, you know, my bro, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get a guy, you know, like, yeah, man, rock and roll, brother.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, like, we were just like playing darts, and we would just have these random like burst of conversation.
He'd like pop in and out.
And he was just like, yeah, dude, you know what? You're legit. You're what's up, man. I'm like, hey, man, big fan of you too, bro.
So he had no idea who he was.
No.
To be fair, I don't think he knew
Who
what
anybody
was going on,
Yeah.
period. That
No,
boy,
yeah.
that
So-
boy, it's like, have you ever gotten so drunk to where you see through people?
Yes.
He was that.
Yeah. See, that unnerves me. So when I got sober, right, and how many times have I been that to other people, right?
I love that.
No.
Personally.
When I became, I must have been like that so many times to the people that I love,
Mhm.
you know, girlfriends, friends, you know,
Mhm.
so many
We've all
times in my
been there.
Yeah, dude, but so many times in my life. I don't think I've ever seen you that drunk. I've seen you drunk.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I've ever seen you
I
that
haven't
drunk.
either.
So
Ooh, if you'd seen me at Sonic, maybe.
when people get that drunk that I feel like they're just on the edge of punching you or hugging you,
Yeah.
I'm like, it makes me super uncomfortable. I'm
No,
like, I don't know how to approach
this
this.
guy-
This guy was a teddy bear.
This guy wanted to dry hump Elliott's leg,
Really?
like immediately. Like he's like, put that leg out and let me hump it.
Just let me hump you.
I don't
Just,
know about,
again,
like-
dick of the mouth.
I don't know about. I don't know about that. I mean, he was just bro having a good time.
But what did he say to you? I can't remember the compliment he gave you. And me and Lady Jams like started crying. We were laughing so hard because it was so out of nowhere.
I mean, look, you got to understand. I myself had a few that night.
I don't remember what he said,
Like,
but
I can't remember all the compliments I've gotten in my life. I mean, that would just be an endless list
right.
of compliments.
Yeah.
just so many compliments.
So
He's-
many compliments.
But you know
It's
what?
just he's so good.
But you know what? Shout out to Press Bro. That's what I'm gonna call him. Because he was pressing.
And then his cousin was like, I'm sorry, guys. This is my cousin. We were like, no, it's okay.
Your cousin Vinny's rad, all right? I like this guy.
When you get to the point that other people are apologizing
Right.
like for you.
Yeah. he
I mean-
likes to have fun. You know, he's just one of the dudes.
Yeah.
No, but it's one thing like to apologize if they're being an ass.
Yeah,
and that's
no,
like,
he was
hey man,
nice.
I get it.
Yeah.
Right. Move along. This guy was just being a good spirit.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to have a couple of neck bites. You know, don't even worry about it. We're just darting it up, you know? Man?
That's why it's like kind of like
rock and roll.
when I would do mushrooms back in the day. You want to do mushrooms with other people that are
Yeah.
matching your energy. You
Yeah.
don't want to be the only person in the room doing mushrooms because then you just like you feel noited and
I'm
everyone's like
so
watching
scared to
you
do
like
that.
ugh. But it's the same similar thing when you get drunk.
Mhm.
Like you want people matching your level of drunkenness. That's why I was the, hey, have a shot with me. Come on, match me kind of a guy. But
Mhm.
then I would just drink way too much. And everyone's like, you have a problem.
He'd be like, match me. And be like, but you've had 6 already. I was like, yeah, get going.
going,
So the
hurry
You're
up.
behind.
Here's the story of my last drinking day. I don't think I've
Mhm.
ever told this
I had a
story.
Prosecco and that was it.
No. I wish. This is f***ed up, dude. All right. So I met my friend Marcel. Shout out, Marcel.
Shout out Marcel.
Marcelo.
He's like one of those guys that was like your brother,
Mhm.
right? Like he was like a brother to
Mhm.
me.
Mm.
And we met at Crumb's house and we started drinking probably around 2
Mhm.
and we had Keystone Light.
Oh.
Naturally.
We killed a 30 rack of Keystone before we went
Mm.
out.
How? Keystone is like vomit
It's
water.
like water, but it's like water. You can drink 3 to every 1 normal beer.
And also,
you know?
when you're that young, you're that broke. And
Yeah.
Keystone's the cheapest
Yeah.
play. So you're going to get a 30 rack. You're going to drink 15 of them because they are essentially water until
Yeah.
they're not.
I've never done that.
And then
well,
you're
because
just,
you're pure.
I'm pure.
Yeah,
Never
people.
done that.
More on that later. A lot of people mention your purity, and I was like, okay. So we drink a 30 rack before we go out. We go out to his friend's house. His friend's sister shows up, and I'm faced already,
Mhm.
right?
Mm.
And she brings a bottle of vodka and makes and I'm blaming her. she makes the very bad judgment call to be like, you're a bitch. I could outdrink you. I'm like, no, you can't. She lines up 10 shots of vodka. And I go like this. I take all 10. I'm like, your turn. I black out within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30
I'd be
seconds.
dead on the floor.
Now, what I'm going to tell you is I am open enough about my history to share with you the shameful moments of my life and my mistakes so other people do not repeat them.
So don't repeat them.
Do not do what happened afterwards.
Or take 10 shots to begin with.
Yes. But you got to understand, I was so gone that all I remember is walking down a street somewhere.
All right.
My friends telling me to get in the car. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. They're like, get in the car. So they like physically shove me in the car. We go to my friend's house. My car is there. I'm blacking in and out, driving home. Okay. Which is bad.
Very
Okay.
bad.
Then something happened, like a phone call happens or something that I'm like screaming at my friends that I hate them, whatever. I'm blacking in and out, going back over there. And I remember running red lights. I mean, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I get to the apartment complex. You know how they have like the hooks, right? And I couldn't get in.
Yeah, the spikes.
Right? Yeah. Someone goes out. I go in over the spikes. It fucks my tires.
Pops all 4 tires.
Pops my tires. Drive to my friend's house, begging them to let me in. I get there, get in a fight, walk out, notice that my tires are out, call the police, tell them my friends busted my tires out. Cops show up. They convince the cops not to take me in because they were going to take me in because I was that drunk.
Yeah.
My dad comes and picks me up. I wake up probably 10 hours later to like 50 phone calls of how much everyone hates me. And I was like, all right, I think I need help. I was like,
You know what?
Yeah, I think I probably need help. This is probably where it needs to stop. So that's my last night. And I keep the memory of that night very fresh in my head. Like I remind myself about that. So I don't repeat that because, I'm 16, almost 17 years sober.
Yeah, very
coming up on
impressive.
17 years. You tell yourself a lot as an alcoholic. You're like, oh, I can drink.
Yeah.
I'd be fine.
I'll be fine.
I'd be fine.
I'd be
I was
fine.
young and stupid. I had a problem then, but I don't have a problem now, kind of a thing. I remember that night, so I never repeat that.
Yeah.
And if like I am 3 steps away from picking up and that happening again, nah, I'm good. I'm good. So,
I think you just need to get to a certain age to where you can't drive anymore anyway, and then you start drinking.
Okay.
again.
yeah, when I'm like 80,
When you turn 80, we're taking you to the bar.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I think at like 77,
Yeah, 75,
I
77.
hope you're
'cause you
still
already have
driving at 75.
Well, no, he's already got glasses, so his eyesight's going to
Oh.
get shot in the next 40
I'm going to
years.
be done
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, okay.
You say 75, why not 70?
Why not?
Why not 60?
Why not?
Well, and you can
Why not
also-
tomorrow?
41.
Relax. Hey, you have any booze? Oh, is there booze? Oh, okay.
Or you could also just be that old responsible person, be like, hey, look, I'm 70. I don't want to drive anymore. Take the keys, drive me to the liquor store. I'm getting a Mickey's.
Tell me about your most embarrassing drunk night. You've had to have one. Calling people, doing stupid shit, getting in a fight.
No, I have this.
Never.
No,
not once.
I mean, everybody has embarrassing drunk nights, but
Be honest.
no, there's one night that really stands like fresh in my memory, and it's more funny and embarrassing, but a buddy of mine just went to college. We just graduated, and he went to Long Beach State. He was back in town, fraternity bro, and he was just me, a couple of buddies at his house and his like family, and we're just ripping tequila shots. But he's one of those guys, it's like, everything you done, I'm 10 shots deeper.
Oh, he
And
was
you're
that
like,
guy?
Yeah, all right, but he got you going, And
Right.
I had this reputation at his house because I would always get too messed up at his house, especially.
Right.
And then I'd be throwing up at some point in the night. Wasn't my finer memories, but that's just what happened. So we're ripping tequila shots. We go through our first bottle. And granted, there's like 8 of us. And then his mom comes back from the store with a handle of Jose Silver, a bottle of Jose Silver, and we just get back after it. No chaser, just limes. We're ripping tequila shots. And like this whole time we're joking, and he's like, yeah, man, you guys are bleeping crazy, but I'm 10 shots deeper. He's doing the flexing. It's like, all right, you mother, you want to go? Okay. So we start ripping more tequila shots. After we finish the handle, he's looking at us and his eyes are shot.
He's like looking in two different directions.
We got like insect eyes at this point because our eyes
looks like gecko eyes. Just
we look like Weasel from Creature Commandos. Our eyes are in 3 different directions. He's like, gosh, I make the best strawberry margaritas. Like, dude, I love margaritas. Why did you say margaritas? Why haven't we been drinking those the whole time? So he starts making a fresh batch of margaritas. The whole bottle's gone. We drink the margaritas, and I'm like, you guys are crazy. I'm going to take a leak. I go outside to take a leak. I don't get up.
Wait, what do you mean you don't get up? You sat down?
You sat down and pissed your pants?
No, I take a leak.
You took it out.
How about you let the storyteller tell the story?
Sorry.
Okay?
We need clarification.
I need to know where your wiener was.
I go and take.
We all need to know where his wiener is at all times. James, where's your dick?
Where is it?
He's pulling his cock out. I take a leak and I get up. I look up, and the second you look up, your balance is off. I fall flat on my back as a starfish on their front yard. I look like Walter White, and he died at Breaking Bad. I'm just starfished out. Him and our buddy Hank come out, and they're like, oh, dude. And I don't know how they're even like conscious.
Right.
We've all just had at least a gallon of tequila. And I'm just like, leave me. I'm garbage. He's like, we can't leave you out here.
Girl, leave me, save yourself.
Were your pants
save
on?
Yourself.
My pants are on. Get over the pants part.
But you peed.
Well, no. Wait, no. The mental image I have, you telling this, is that you whipped your dick out to take a piss, then you passed
really
out, and you're like this, like, with your dick flopped out of your pants, just all pathetic.
Yeah.
Just all.
The ween is, golly.
It's like,
it's all like this.
The ween is gone. The ween is away. Okay. All right. The ween is
the
ween is in the chunk.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You can forget about the ween.
Okay.
All right. The peen ween is gone.
Okay.
You should watch Paying Ween on Max though. No, I've just dropped my trousers, peed, put my trousers back on. Ween's gone.
Okay.
And then I starfished essentially. And they're like, dude, we got to get you back in. You got to stand up. Like, leave me. I'm garbage. About probably 6 months before, though, we were at this house party and my brother got really drunk. But my brother would do this thing to where he knew he had power over you because you were such a nice person. You would take care of him.
Right.
So he would do this same thing. He'd be like, just get out of my face. Get out of my face. And as you'd be leaving, I can't believe you would just abandon me like that. You guys suck. So I start doing the same thing. I'm like, leave me. I'm garbage. I can't believe I did it. And like, all right, man, we're going to leave you. How could you leave me out here? You're just going to abandon me? You guys are awful. You guys should be my friends. They're like, oh my God. So finally they pick me up by my ankles and my arm, my hands and ankles, like swinging me in, purposely swinging me into the side of the house. So I like bust a rib, throw me on the couch. And they knew this was going to happen to one of us. So they had like a full-size garbage bin in the house. Our buddy Meat Market's like watching over me so I don't choke on my own vomit. And I start throwing up just.
Yeah. Like shooting.
Yeah. like Family Guy style vomit. Projectile. And he's watching me. He's like, oh no, bro. I shouldn't have watched. And so he takes the garbage can. And so I take it back. And so we're just like
simultaneously puking in the bucket.
No, we're like taking turns.
I hate that.
So we're like taking turns rocking the garbage. This is the day before. This is the night before Father's Day.
Oh.
I wake up at about 7 a.m. to about 20 phone calls. Because I was supposed to drive down to Whittier to see my grandpa and my pops.
Not good.
I get home, which even then I shouldn't have drove I was still incredibly drunk.
Right.
So don't do any of the things we've been talking about for the last
pause for a
10
second. The drinking and driving stuff I bring up because I'm incredibly lucky I didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, we don't condone that.
Or myself.
Yeah.
This is a lesson that I learned from.
These are
lessons that you learn from.
we've learned. And like, I can't even drive home because I'm pulling over into parking lots and to neighborhoods to throw up in the middle of the road. I'm this hungover.
Oh my God.
I get home and this is all like before Mom said, I know how you get over there. Don't drink like this. And I was like, don't worry, Mom. He's just in town for the weekend. I'm just going to say hi. Yeah, that worked out great. And so she's so mad at me.
Oh, I can imagine.
She's so mad. And I'm like drinking out of the sink. Yeah.
I need nourishment.
She takes me to Fresno Bagel and the owners at the time are trying to help me with like sweet teas.
Your besties
and
that
like,
you vacation
yeah,
with.
shout out them. I can't even like hold food down there. And she's like, I don't care if you have to stick your head out of this window. You're going to Whittier. And I said, Mom, and this is probably my least proud moment ever in my life.
Right.
I love you. If you think for a second I'm going to be in this car longer than 5 minutes, I'm going to fight you. Like, yeah, I'm going to pull over and I'm going to throw hands with you. Like, we're not doing this. You're going to drop me home. I'm going to be sick for 8 hours and we're just going to leave it at that.
Right.
I woke up in the living room next to a pot filled with vomit.
Yeah.
It was now dark.
Ugh.
And embarrassment and shame to an empty home. And I was like, man, I could have been like robbed or just murdered.
Yeah. No, someone could have just stole all of our shit.
I'm pretty sure the front door was open. Just like I was so defenseless. Next morning, Father's Day, or I guess the day after, I call my grandpa. I was like, hey, how you doing? I was just like, hey, Grandpa, I meant to call you Happy Father's Day. I love you. He's like, yeah, I heard you got pretty turned up, you idiot. It's like, all right, next time I'm in town, wine on me. Is like, are you sure you should be drinking? I was like, yeah, but that was probably the most embarrassing because I literally had to get carried in by my arms
by
and
your
legs.
friends.
I love that.
I had plenty of those.
Mhm.
My first blackout night, they threw me in a tub, turned it on because I was like,
Yeah.
Jess, what about you? Any memorable drunk escapades?
Well, just the first time. And I think I've told you guys the Oreo story.
The red story
Yeah.
where you were just eating red things.
Yeah.
Only red things.
For whatever, that red 40 really got me.
Right.
But the very first time I drank, which I was 21, I think,
Mhm.
because like I waited for, I was a good girl.
You're pure.
I'm pure.
You're pure.
Very pure, very
Yeah.
demure.
Pure.
Yeah. And my boyfriend at the time, sister, who Orky knows, she was like really good at drinking and did it a lot.
She was a pro.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
good.
And she was like, you know what you need to start doing? Taking shots. And I was like, I don't know.
Man, you're so right.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
Why didn't I think of that?
And she was like, no, you need to. So I don't remember what it was, but I had 12 of them.
Oh yeah,
The first time I ever drank, no one stopped me.
everyone does that. Everyone does
Well,
that.
but I think like, why did nobody care or to stop me?
I started like drinking casually here and there when I was about 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't get like drunk, but I would
Yeah.
have drinks and get like buzzed, right?
Yeah.
The first time you get drunk, like you're drinking aggressively,
Mhm.
everyone does that. Everyone has that first like blackout kind of experience to know where your limits lie.
Well, and
basically.
it's like a rite of passage, you know?
Mhm.
Like you're supposed to be way more drunk than you anticipated
Well,
on your
but-
first time. And not saying I'm not saying go and do that, kids, but you know, your first time drinking, it's always a little more than you realize.
Right.
Because what's the point of having one beer on your 21st?
Mind you,
I don't think
boring
there's a
as
point
hell.
of having one beer ever. And yes, keep
One-
in mind I'm an alcoholic, but
2
like
beers is
2
really
or
one
3.
beer.
2 or 3 is a normal, like relaxed drinking experience.
2 beers is really one beer.
okay, but mind you, I was like 105 pounds, like small.
Teeny tiny.
Yeah. And I had 12 shots. And then the next morning, I, went to the bathroom and thought I was bleeding internally because I was like, why does it look like that? And
All crunched over.
yeah. And I called my boyfriend into the bathroom and I was like, please look at that. And he was like, what? And he was like, well, Jessica, you ate an entire pack of red velvet Oreos and I don't like red velvet, period. So I'm like, no, I didn't. He's like, no, you did. And a whole bag of hot Cheetos.
Like, the story's starting to make
I know. I was like, oh, but for the whole day, it was coming out of both ends bright red.
Dude, it's so...
Okay.
Look at Elliott.
You just drank an onion in your water, okay? I don't want to hear it.
No, that was pretty gross.
I don't want to hear it.
It was pretty gross. I got
mental-
Shrek water over here.
The mental image of Jess like looking through the wall, just all like eating red velvet, and it had to be red. Didn't you drink something else that was red too? Yeah, like
Probably.
Jungle juice.
it was only red things that you
It was
drank.
like an all night red. It was like a red night. And that night, I remember they put me in the shower with my clothes on.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
And I was like,
That happened to me.
I remember being in the shower with my clothes on and being like, why are my clothes on?
I'm drowning.
Take
I'm
them
drowning.
off. Like, take them off. And like the one problem I have with all my friends, they've all seen me naked.
Right.
Like all my girlfriends. And
Yeah, I was gonna correct you in a second.
I'm all not
no.
these two. No,
No.
all my girlfriends. And I'm like, get my clothes off. And they're like, no, like you need to calm down. So
No. Let's be clear. If you're gonna throw your friend in the shower because they're blacked out, take their clothes
take their
off.
clothes off.
Don't if you need to keep their underwear on, fine. But dude, don't soak their whole fucking
Yes.
wardrobe.
I was also wearing jean shorts, wet jeans.
Classic jorts.
Oh, it's the worst, dude.
Wet jeans, like what a nightmare. So I woke up in the morning in like a damp jean
Right.
shorts. I was worried that I wet myself. I'm like, did I?
Happens.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened?
Happens.
But I learned my lesson very quickly. I know my limit because I'm at a point at the end of it where I'm either super in love with you and I tell you how much I love you, I start crying, or I want to fight somebody.
Or all
Yeah.
of the above.
or all of it.
All of the above.
I want to fight you because I'm crying and I'm in love with you.
And
I just see so much potential in you.
like a year ago, I wanted to fight this one particular girl, and I decided it was time for me to go home.
Really?
Mhm.
That's smart. It's a level of self-control I did
least
not have.
I do know, like, even if I'm super drunk, I will know, like, ooh, that's not me. I need to calm down.
Right.
Like, but it's always like if a girl gets too close to Silks, because I'm crazy.
You're crazy like
I'll
that?
be like, oh, do you want me to leave you two alone?
oh, you
like-
get like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Jess!
Yeah, it's bad.
Why do you get like that?
It's not good. This girl in particular, they know each other. They had ran into each other, and she was talking literally this close to him, like nose to nose. So I asked her, do you want me to leave you two alone? And Silks was like looked at me like, what?
How embarrassing, bro. Jess, that's embarrassing.
And he does not like when I get like that. So rightfully so. But I was drunk and I was mad, and that's my man. Get away from him. Yeah. So get out of here.
She has a bottle.
Yeah.
Hobie gone spray. Hobie gone.
Hobie gone.
Hobie gone.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I would do the same, like if some girl got too close to you guys. I'm very possessive of my people.
You have no control over us.
Listen, but I love Lady Jams and I love Sarah. And you two are my work husbands. Therefore, I'm like, hey, listen, no other girl, unless it's your wife, can come near you.
Hobie gone.
Hobie gone. Yeah.
No, don't worry. We're old now and we're not fun anymore.
Not
We're
everybody.
boring people.
And everybody knows, Jess, when you're in the club, we all fam.
Not with me. No.
I thought we were all fam, but
I thought we were all Jess is beating up every girl in the bathroom, in the women's bathroom. I thought we were fam.
But it's either that.
I'm about to give you permanent eyeliner.
But if a girl gets all buddy with me, I like love her so much, and I think she's like God's gift. So there's a fine line.
So then you're like,
There's no line with you.
No.
There was no line.
there's never a line with Jess. So you want the hose to be on you,
On
just
me.
not. So if the hoe was on you, you'd be
yeah,
like,
I'm like, yeah, girl, come get it. Yeah,
But if the
mhm.
hoe's on,
She's
still,
in-
Then it's like,
she's in
no.
a fur coat and a fedora. I got all the hose on me.
I know. Yeah.
well, learn from our drunk stories. All right,
Just don't do them.
just don't do them.
If-
And in the day
yeah.
and age of Uber, so I'll end on this. I did not grow up in my drinking years of having an availability to ride sharing services. Now that they're plentiful and easily came by, use those. Don't drink and drive. It's not worth it.
Nope.
I am so incredibly lucky. And this is one story of hundreds that I've had that were just embarrassing and horrible. And I put myself in horrible positions. Never, ever do it. Be smart.
And stay away from Red 40.
And stay here. Coming up next, we got a couple of their effing weird stories. Elliott.
Yep.
I got the Duke's Mayo Bowl bath.
Yeah, you saw the Mayo Bowl?
Yeah, we'll talk about that after a word from our sponsors next. This episode is brought to you by my credit card. Holy crap, Sarah's probably going to leave me. There are ways, though, that you can help save my marriage. Stay tuned. So during the break, I have a couple of listings that went up yesterday. I have a couple more that are coming up today. And in one of the listings pictures, there's like a truck, right? That's parked in front of the house. And it's like an old school truck, whatever. Guy hits me up and he's like, hey, is your seller willing to sell that truck? I'll buy it cash right now.
Straight cash.
Do you know that some of those like old Broncos and like those old trucks go for tons of money?
Well, I would imagine.
Like insane amounts of money. And I send it to my client. They're all, bye, Felicia.
Do you think he'd be willing to buy a 2014 Jeep Compass?
I should take a picture of your car, send it to him and be like, nah, but what about this one?
This one?
What about this one?
You know, in about 20 years, that's going to be a collector's item. So, I mean.
If it's even up like in pieces still.
Now it's time for and we would actually have our intros if Elliott didn't take too long. Elliott took too long.
So you never got to it?
And not yet. Dude, my week, I didn't go over what I've been up to. It's been chaos. Like, it's good.
It's good chaos.
You're a working man.
It's good. It's good chaos, but it's chaotic. Like you would think like once you get fired from a job that, you know, you have a little bit of breathing room.
No.
I mean, that's usually the case with me.
And I'm lucky to be as busy as I am right now in like real estate and stuff like that. But also getting all this together, there's a lot more work involved in all this that I did not. And it's just about like, you know, putting my time where it belongs. Right. And that's not on top of being a father and being a family man.
You're just like your father.
You're just like your dad. You're going to be a bum working at the docks.
You're just like your father. You're going to be working, killing yourself at the docks.
Now, it's time for They're Effing Weird, or since we're uncensored, They're Fucking Weird. Talking about weird stories across the world. Today, we go to Charlotte, North Carolina. Look, the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Yeah, college football bowl season.
Receives as a reward for winning the game at Bank of America Stadium, a tradition born in 2021 as Duke's Mayo looked to carve out its unique niche in the college football world. Each year, the Mayo Dump trends on social media. A college football fan just can't seem to look away, no matter how disgusting the idea is for observers. And I quote, "I think with my bald head, the Mayo should just slide right off," joked Minnesota head coach PJ Fleck, whose team will play Virginia Tech on Friday night bowl game. So they're playing tonight, huh?
Is it this Friday?
Is it this Friday or was it
when
last
did you get
Friday?
Probably last Friday.
Okay. Well, look. So they were
probably
saying,
got it because we do these on Friday. Yeah,
Right.
You probably got it on Friday.
So check it out. How they do the Mayo Dump, because if you look at it, it like flows. So people think that they add water to it. Now, first of all, Duke's Mayo. I hear Duke's mayonnaise is like the best mayo, and it's like a mid-eastern kind of a thing. It's like a Louisiana thing. Like Duke's Mayo is like big in certain parts of the state, but we got Hellman's or whatever, like the best foods or whatever.
I don't know.
So Duke's Mayo is supposed to be really good. So what they do is they dump 5 gallons of mayonnaise. Okay. Look at Jess. And instead of just dumping like a ploppy mayo on you, they have a team of 5 people stirring it for 25 minutes to change the consistency so it's pourable. And then they do this, Jess. They do this to the winner.
Yeah. You want to know the funniest thing about it?
No, they don't.
Mayo dump. Yeah. It's gross, dude.
That's diabolical.
It's gross.
Despicable. It needs to be canceled.
You look like you're about to hork. Man.
That's not fair.
It's just so thick looking too.
How are you even looking at it and not having your eyes water?
It looks like milk, but then it's like
it looks like milk.
It looks like milk, but it's like flopping out too, like little shards.
That's
like little tears of mayo grossness.
Brazzers could never.
Oh my god.
The Brazzer Bowl finna be crazy this year.
Oh, by the way, I just saw a car with a Brazzers license plate frame. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Look, I saw a truck the other day that said MILF Hunter on it. I was like, what, bro? Like, really?
Yeah, you know, all right, since we're on this, there's the anime stickers need to be dialed back a bit.
Yes.
Like the horny anime stickers?
Yeah, look, as a weeb, as somebody who grew up watching anime and had to hide it for years because it was social suicide, or schmooshmide, I don't know how this works. If you liked it, the stickers are too much now. And there's always like 15 on one car, and it's just too much, guys.
It's all the waifus lined up.
Yeah. Can we dial it back a bit?
Can we have
Stick with 3 or 4.
honesty hour? We need to have honesty hour.
Okay.
Hand in.
All right.
Honesty hour. Hand
I'm
in.
a little bit far away.
Okay. Hand in. Have you guys watched hentai and enjoyed it? Be so.
We're gonna move on.
Oh my god!
We're gonna move on.
You have.
They're effing hentai. I mean, they're effing weird.
No,
never.
It's.
Look, when you're 16, okay, again, I'm gonna have to like several times this episode be like back in my day when I was in the game and you're young in the game, getting pornography was difficult. You had to steal it from like a brother's friend or like a brother-in-law's
use those
brother.
Old black Windows laptops and break them because you watched one porn video.
Yeah, dude, like it was not, and you're 10 years younger, so you had it easier than I did.
I did easier,
porn,
but it was still like janky.
It was hard to get pornography, and one of my buddies had like a hentai tape, and like through the guise of, oh, let's like tape it, I'm going to sell it.
Man, this would be so like hilarious if we like recorded it and then like sold it to people. We'll make like, you know, it'd be really funny. You know, it'd be really funny if we made like enough copies for everybody and then started selling them.
That
wouldn't it be such a goof?
Crazy.
Well, you know what? We should watch it and make sure like it's all good, right?
Wouldn't it be so goofy, guys? It's so goofy. I'm crying, dude.
So how old?
I was like
old
15, 16.
Honesty hour, hands in. Hands in.
Okay.
25. Have you guys watched hentai at the age of 25?
No, I don't think I've watched hentai since like the age of like 18 and I started having sex.
No, like, your first few years of porn
are hentai years?
No, it's exploration years.
Yeah, you find what is available.
You find everything and anything, and you've probably, and I hate to be this, you know, grotesque about it, but you've probably fired a load at a lot of things you're not proud of.
Right. Dude, I remember firing a load to like a magazine I found, like
Good Housekeeping.
Good Housekeeping.
Like a Sears catalog.
Look,
dude.
It's like it's like a dog. When a dog like urinates on like a trail, it's so it can find its way back. That's kind of like porn in your first like 4 years. You're like finding your way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But now it's like if you do anything past the second page of the hub, whoa.
If you're searching for something very, very specific, like if you're just put down your phone. You know, it's not the time.
I don't know.
It's not the time.
No.
Like usually
only the first page is acceptable.
You could go to your category because everyone has their category, right? You go to the category and then you click on the one and it's like most recent and you go, yes, good enough. And you just click on it.
Honestly, I'm just front page. If there's front page, someone's like, all right, boop. All right, done. All right, not doing that.
And here's the misconception because I've heard a lot of people talk about like how they think like or feel like the act of like their man or someone watching pornography is cheating or if it's disgusting. I'm like, look, men are different than women.
Yeah,
they are. I don't care what anyone says. They are. Porn is a visual aid. That is it. It is simply a visual aid to speed the process up. And it just because the biology of a man, you know how you were talking about post-nut clarity?
Yeah.
The biology of a man is like, they need to get it out so they could just not have to think about it for a day.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it is.
Do you feel bad though after you watch it? Like,
Not at all.
Like, do you have a weird like, ooh, like
No.
I can't believe I just watched that?
No, not at all.
Do you feel that way?
It's just like, all right, it's done.
Yeah.
The deed
like,
is,
moving
you feel
on.
like you're like a mafioso. The deed is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can move on with our lives now.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cheating. I just have. I personally have never found it to be like an exciting thing. Like I find it kind of awkward.
Really?
Yeah.
But
Like the God honest truth is, I think it's really awkward.
But see,
I think it's more awkward if you think about it as like a business standpoint. Like you have the actors that are, all right, break. You're
like there's like fluffers
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
But
you know?
I think when you think about the industry, that's when it gets awkward. And
Yeah.
you're just like, so Tammy, are you going over to Brent's later for the wine mixer? It's like, no, my back's a little sore. Yeah, I bet it is.
Well, and it's like I'm such like the girly pop. I'm like, are those girls okay? Like,
Well, I heard a lot of girls will watch porn with the volume off.
yeah,
Like that's a thing.
because it's not realistic
Right. It's not a realistic depiction of pornography, but
Yeah.
that's also what, or sex.
of sex. Yeah,
But that's what makes porn great is that, and I've said this before, that's why when there's scenarios that are porny,
Mhm.
like the stepsister, the stepmom, the
Mhm.
mother-in-law, like those weird, like that have gained so much popularity in
Yeah.
the past. Like you can tell what the trends are when you go to the hub. You can tell what the trends are.
Why?
And you're like,
Are
why
they-
are
is
so
that-
many people watching these?
is that
so-
what's on the front page?
A
All
lot
trends?
of the time.
It's like a For You
Like,
page.
oh, I'm stuck. You know what I mean? So when you see that, you're like, why is this gaining? Like,
Yeah.
I do think about that. But when those scenarios happen in real life,
Mhm.
Gross.
it's gross.
Right.
Like if a doctor tried fucking their patient,
yeah.
That's assault, brother.
it's
that's
assault.
jail time. Yeah.
If your mother-in-law makes a pass on you, that's fucking gross.
Yeah.
That's awkward. You
Yeah.
know, or
But if a bald guy who's also an astronaut and also like a construction worker and a doctor and a police officer and a firefighter, you know, then it's just like, oh, it's porn.
Okay.
yeah, shout out Johnny Sins.
Does the guy need to be hot for you guys to like the video?
No.
Like he can be just like the fattest, flubbiest, like
Hold
little
on.
pee-pee
Let's
boy.
ask Elliott this question and see if he's going to be honest. Okay.
No.
Can you? No. Just here. You gotta answer this.
Why are we on this topic?
Because we can move past this, but I mean, like, I feel like I gotta ask this.
Yeah.
Okay. What I like watching in porn is like a girl doing things that are like naughty, right?
Yeah.
So if like she's getting banged by multiple guys, I'm like, that's bad, but I like that.
That's not
Right?
my cup of tea.
Hold on. Listen.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
it's
wait,
not
wait.
my cup of
I'm not
tea.
done. I'm not done. But if like the guy doesn't have a big donger, are you like, this isn't that enjoyable?
I mean,
Be honest.
no, it's like,
Be honest. If he's packing like a 5.5-inch dick, are you like, this sucks?
He's like, what? That's big, isn't it?
that is.
That is huge.
That's humongous.
That is. Like if you're rocking a 5.5, you're doing pretty well in life.
Isn't that like the size of the phone? I think this is 6. So 5
Like if that's you just like on your day to day, life's pretty good to you. Life's pretty good to you. Am I wrong?
Here's all Elliott. He's all watching the hub and he's like,
Like if you're
trying to measure it.
like if you're carrying 2 iPhone
like-
6s, you're feeling pretty good about yourself, all right? We were talking about the Mayo Bowl about 10
And then
minutes.
you said browsers could never.
Yeah, and then we're gonna chase it down here. I love that he escaped that question. All right.
know.
I should have. Shouldn't be a surprise. I mentioned browsers once, and then the Ronster
Okay,
over
I'm
there.
sorry. I like, because I lived in such a bubble. I am curious about things because as an adult, I think I went past a certain phase that normal people go through where it's
Right.
like they like explore porn and things
Right.
like I never went through that. And as an
Really?
adult,
You
I
just
still
came out instead.
yeah, I did.
Totally different.
But then I like as an adult still didn't go through things because I think I just like got married. So I like got past it. I didn't even like think about it.
And then your husband was a hateful man.
Right. So
That, yeah. He was a hateful closeted gay man.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
So yeah. but so I never went through it. So I like to ask questions because I don't understand.
So you don't watch porn with your man?
No.
No? Never have?
I can't say that. I can't say I never have.
Oh, okay.
But I find it a little awkward.
Really?
I just think it's like, I don't judge people for either doing porn or watching it. You do you. I don't care. Me personally, I'm like, I feel bad for her. Like I'm so like empathetic. I'm like, this poor girl. Like I know she doesn't like that.
I'll say this. I do feel like some of these women were built from the start to this be like an inevitable career choice, and they do well. Yeah. Right. They do make good money. I think like
I would hope so.
I would hope so for what they're going through. Yeah. But I also feel like they wouldn't ultimately get there unless it's not like a last option. It's like an option. Anyone can go to a tech school. Right. Yeah. Anyone can, go learn to a trade in anything. If that was not something that they would be open to, like whatever your boundaries are, that is a boundary that you were willing to cross to get into it. Especially now how the business was ran probably in like the 70s and 80s.
Probably super predatory.
Yeah.
Predatory and shady. Yeah. How the business is ran now is a business. Yeah. Like they go in and they're like, okay, I can capitalize on this by doing this myself or working with companies that are treating their stars well, right? Protecting them, making sure that it's not an awkward situation. Like I heard now, I knew a guy that did porn, and he was like, if anyone fucks around on set, they're bounced immediately.
That's good.
Like if anyone does anything shady, weird, anything like, now obviously there's probably a bunch of drug use still going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but if anyone does anything that's weird or predatory, they're like, you're out.
And I support that as long as you're being safe and like, protecting each other and like you do you. I don't have any room to judge. I just like, I don't know, watching it to me, I feel like I'm like interrupting something. Like I'm like,
oh, sorry, don't mind me, guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I know that they like want that for their money, but I'm like, I don't know. I could go without it.
I'm sure there's some girls that really like it.
I am too. I'm sure.
I'm sure. I think any of the guys like it, but I'm sure some of the girls like it too.
And you know what? There's a lot of really beautiful women in the sex industry that I'm sure are a pleasure to watch.
Right.
I don't find a naked man attractive. So I don't want to see that.
Especially my man. I'm like, put your fucking clothes on.
Earmuffs. Yeah.
Put the clothes on, please.
No, he's cutesy wootsy.
Anyways, let's get off this story.
Yeah.
Let's get off this story.
Mayo Bowl.
Hey, it was bound to happen, dog.
Yeah, because of you two hornsters.
I'm just curious.
Curiously horny.
Kinda, because I have never done anything in my life. You guys have lived a million lives, and I'm like, what?
Oh, please. You've lived some lives too.
I've lived lives, but
you were telling us last episode you're taking your purity back.
I am.
And you just spent the last 20 minutes diving into the porn industry.
I'm curious. I'd love to interview someone that's in it. Someone call us, please.
She's like, is muff hupping, is scissoring really enjoyable?
Someone tell me.
This episode is brought to you by my credit card. Holy crap. Sarah's probably going to leave me. There are ways, though, that you can help save my marriage. Stay tuned. I love how high our producer gets during the pod. Like, he gets so high, and all you hear is... I enjoy that. Anyways, Elliott.
True.
Go ahead and give me your weird story.
It's not so much weird as it is terrifying.
It is definitely weird.
It's scary if you think about it, because we go to Indonesia for this one. And, in Jurassic Park, the new one, or I guess the first of the new ones with Chris Pratt, and they like engineer basically a perfect dinosaur.
Yeah. And how perfect killing dinosaur.
And how it like learns from humans' behavior. Mm-hmm. We have that going on in Indonesia because crocodiles now are hiding under the water, but putting their hands up to make it look like they're drowning humans, to lure humans into the water to where they can snack on them.
Yeah, because they see the humans as prey.
But
Right.
do crocodile hands look like human hands? I guess maybe from far away.
Right. I mean, from a
if
distance.
you're far enough away, it could look like a small child's hands.
I hate that.
Right. Well, and as if these things have lived, they've survived everything. They've survived the test of time. And now if they're learning human behaviors,
Yeah.
they're evolving. They're evolving, and that's a problem.
They're learning.
They're learning.
They're learning.
And they're learning from humans.
And that's kind of awesome, yet terrifying at the same time.
I mean,
that they're adapting like that.
We've been worried about Planet of the Apes, Planet of the Crocs, Armageddon.
Armageddon. Armageddon's going to come.
Armageddon's going to happen whether we like it or not.
Come to fruition, which is going to be a very dangerous day.
And then I'm going to
for
be
the humans.
And then I'm going to be a future seer because I called this 2 years ago.
2 years ago, that was the dumbest debate I think we've ever done, bro.
The best debate ever.
We debated whether or not we should debate it.
Yeah.
Then we did it the next week. because everyone's like, yeah, you should do it.
Yeah. See, look at those. Look at those hands. From a distance, if like you were on a boat and you saw it, you'd be like, oh my God, someone's drowning. You go in there.
Yeah.
And then you get death rolled.
They're going to get you.
Crazy.
Yeah. They're learning from us.
I hate that.
They're monsters.
They have like 5 fingers. Do you see that?
Yeah. It looks like I said, from a distance, it'll look like a child's hands. Like, oh, I'm ready.
That's freaking sick. Oh my God. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm.
God, they're calling it the crocodile drowning trap.
That's diabolical.
That's terrifying.
I love it that it's even a thing. So,
Not me.
with that, there's our effing weird stories, our fucking weird stories of jizz dumps and
Ew. Ew.
jizz dumps
Why are you saying it like
and
that?
pretending crocodiles or alligators trying to eat people in Indonesia.
Oh my God.
That is actually very terrifying.
That is
It's incredibly
insane.
terrifying.
Now, it's time to get on the phone and call Cody.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
well,
Speaking of jizz dumps.
Ugh. All right.
hold on.
Bunch of nasties.
Hello.
Answer the phone, Cody. Answer the phone.
I'm listening to your fucking show right now with my wife.
God.
Why are you so aggressive
I
about it?
know.
Why are you being so mean about it, Cody?
Everybody wants to cuss, man. I swear.
I don't know.
Are you trying to take advantage of the fact that I don't have to tell you to not cuss when we call you on the pod?
Well, and don't come in so hot and then just be like so timid. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm so
know.
hurting right now. My bones hurt.
I just baby.
Cody,
Yes.
how you feeling?
Sore.
Sore.
Gross.
Now, I know there's some details that we have to leave out for legal purposes, but can we at least say what happened to you?
Yes.
Okay, you were involved in a car accident. And just to give you a background, if you don't know, Cody is one of our #1 fans from the old show. Okay, he is a diehard Drew, Elliott, and Jess stan.
We are on his butt, quite literally.
Are literally on his ass. He got our names tattooed on his butt to show the loyalty to us. And for that, we appreciate him. And on top of that, he's also a swinger. And he's so proud of his swinging prowess that he actually has his own podcast that talks about the swinging lifestyle. So speaking of jizz dumps, we got
Stop.
we got Cody on the phone.
Stop trying to make that a thing.
What, jizz dumps?
Stop.
Anyways, Cody, what happened?
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened?
Just was heading to work, 7 a.m., and got hit by a drunk driver.
So a drunk driver hit you. He was going the opposite way on the road, right?
Yes. So, the wrong direction on the highway.
Damn.
Wild.
That's crazy. So how did you not see him because of like visibility or what happened?
Visibility was really bad. Yeah.
It was foggy.
It was heavy dew,
Hmm.
and it just stuck to the window so quick. I could literally see a car in front of me, right? I'm staring, and I'm like, that looks weird, but I couldn't see it anymore because of the dew.
Right.
The windshield wipers cleared the windshield, and he was right on me.
Wow.
And yeah,
So
Boom.
head-on collision going how fast?
Yeah, I was doing 65.
Like you're doing the speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that is crazy. And then
Mhm.
Terrifying.
You sent a picture of yourself in the hospital with like a neck brace on and everything.
That's what they do whenever you get in a high-speed collision like that.
Yeah, they got to make sure you're not going
your
to.
neck,
Yeah.
your spine's
Yeah.
okay. Right.
That's wild, dog. I'm
Dang.
sorry to hear that. So, how's the recouping?
I'm going to a chiropractor and trying to work on myself.
I've been reading a lot.
Yeah. Why did you make it sound like he was your shrink? It's
Yeah.
like,
I've been journaling.
I went to a
I found the
chiropractor.
Lord.
Well, there must be some kind of trauma experience with that. Like,
Yeah.
it must freak you out a
You
little bit.
could have died.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. One more second, it could have went the other way.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to tell him he could have died.
He could have.
He could have, but he's
No,
not.
But he's
Yeah.
not.
Right?
No, I mean, you didn't have to, like, yeah, that must have been so traumatic. You could have died. Damn, like, he knows.
Let me make your trauma worse.
But he's working on himself, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of self-help
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
A lot of self-help podcasts.
Yes.
How to reinvent his swinging game.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
that's cool. So how has the swinging been since you got an accident?
That has not happened.
Poor Cody, are you like losing it? Or you're like, I gotta
No.
get it out. Just don't.
I can't. I was pacing because I didn't go to work for a little while, so I looked like a caged animal pacing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look like a dog when it gets like the cone of shame? You know, like it can't lick or scratch down there, so you're just kind of like wandering around.
Oh shoot! Yeah, no. I'm okay. I
That's
don't have to. I don't have to do it.
But Cody, I'm saying
Yeah.
that is one of your defining factors. It's one of the reasons why I love you as much as I do. You and your wife are the best.
He loves your life.
I love your life so much.
I know he does.
I think it's so incredible that you could be so wonderfully into something that most people will be like, I can never do that. But you're like, it's fine. It's good. Let's
Drew,
hang out, guys. And you're like, well, are we hanging out or are we hanging out, dude? Like,
Drew-
what's up?
Drew, let me ask you.
What?
Freaky Friday happens with you and Cody. You switch pods. Are you like partaking in Cody's lifestyle?
No,
Heck yeah, he is.
Oh, he says no.
I can't lie.
no, Cody, no. I can't because if you were in my body and you screwed my wife, I would fucking kill you. I'm like, hey, I call him. I'm like, Cody, what are you doing? You're all, oh, nothing. But he's all out of breath. Why are you out of breath? Oh, no reason. But I'm over here. All I have is
He's like,
self-help books
man.
and a fucking cone of shame.
You'd be like,
No
man,
thanks.
it is so.
Journaling.
He's like, no, I've just been turning my head left and right for hours. It's so nice to have this mobility.
Well, Cody, round of applause for you not dying.
Yay.
Yay.
Happy to
Cody.
hear you're doing all right or doing better.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope for a speedy recovery.
Speedy recovery so he can get back in that trim as quickly as possible, guy.
And the wife says hi.
Hi.
Tell her I said hi. We
Hi,
love
wife.
you.
Love you.
She's doing the I love you sign.
All right,
I
good.
love
Keep
you.
on listening to our show.
It's like
Okay.
weird. The I love you is like her pinching her nose and like
And like
disappointment.
looking
shaking her
down.
head.
Like,
Yeah.
In disappointment.
keep on listening to our show. Make a bunch of counts. Stroke that.
Always,
All
always,
right. All right.
always.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, Cody, everybody. Hey, you know what? He is working on himself, and that's what matters.
You can
Go
always,
to a chiropractor.
you can always
working
do
on
better.
myself.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
going to a chiropractor, just talking about life.
I'm going to
you
a
know?
chiropractor, working on myself, reading books.
Journaling.
Yeah, I'm journaling, man. I'm finding a new spirituality
I picked
through all of this.
I picked up a hot Pilates class. You know,
I
we're
bet he
really working
meditates.
on the soul.
Do you think he meditates?
I think he meditates in something.
Ooh.
I bet he like sits in front of his mirror and like.
I don't see that with him.
I think he does.
I don't see that.
I
with
don't
him.
see that with Cody either.
He's like probably the farthest person I would see him doing. Like that's like
the meditation.
Yeah, he's probably last on. I wouldn't say last, but he's at the bottom of would be doing meditations.
I think he meditates.
No
He's
shot.
like a weird guy.
You know, Cody is.
he's
I-
kooky, but in a different way.
Cody's not weird. Cody is. He's that
unique.
dude. No, look, we are from the Central Valley. Okay, so if you're listening to this from outside of the purview here, it's a very red blip in a very blue state, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Cody is from a adjoining area to our big city because we are the 4th largest city in California, and they are kind of country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you hear him, you hear the twang.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, some guy, motherfucker just hit me going straight on, and I'm like, son of a bitch, and then my neck's all fucked up. You're like, he has
Man,
that twang.
I thought Cody was on the phone again.
But Cody is also into swinging, which you would not typically think that like the rural kind of community would be very supportive of, because they are kind of like rural. They're kind of like God-loving Christians, and they're all about their stuff.
Well, emphasize the loving.
Yeah. Got that extra loving for you.
But also, there's like, country places like that, they breed with their siblings. So
that's kind of funny. That's not, yeah,
why take it that? Why take
I'm
it?
Just saying.
See, like I thought there was going to be like a country watering hole for swingers.
What do you mean? Like a meetup,
like a tavern or something where they all meet.
It's Marie Callender's.
You were talking about how a swinger meetups at Marie Callender's.
Yes.
I'm convinced our Save Mart, the one that we go to, well, not anymore because they're too fucking expensive.
They're way too expensive.
If shopping at Save Mart for groceries is now a status symbol, change your fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
But the Save Mart right by us, I'm telling you, is a hot spot of high-end hookers. I'm telling you.
I don't know what time you go, because whenever I go, it's like the senior citizen community goes. And it's always nice. Like me and Nancy are at the bakery, and it's good catching up with her. But I mean, like, Gretchen can be such a chatty bitch.
I live in an area that there's a lot of old money on our strip.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced there are women that go there specifically to find some sugar daddies.
Find a daddy.
And they walk around like they're looking.
I mean, like,
I'm telling you.
I mean, if you're throwing money around at Save Mart, you probably got it.
You probably have some money if you're saving. If you're
That's
at
fair.
Save Mart and you're shopping, you got some cash.
That's fair.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, I have to check myself all the time. As a father of 3 children, 2 of them being little girls, I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, she has boobs, therefore she's looking to get railed. You know what I mean? The mannerisms are telling.
Yeah.
All right. I told the story on air about there was this one girl. She was 4-inch pumps, boobs hanging out, scantily clad, looking in the freezer section, bending over at the waist, digging in the freezer in front of the guys at the deli, and I was like, yeah, she's looking for something,
Well, maybe she's looking for the freshest produce.
Look, you could also just have boobs and exist, and you're just existing. That's fine. But you're not bending over at the waist looking for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's for good posture.
Is that the case? Do you bend over at the waist?
It's good deadlifting form.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
You don't bend your knees when you bend over?
No, you do a stiff leg deadlift, You go.
Now, Elliott, we got to do our news.
Okay.
And there is one news story that I wanted to talk about that I didn't get to. All right. So let me get to our intros here. As fake news, we would have proper intros, but Elliott took too long. You took forever. Blame Elliott. Don't worry. We'll have those by next week. I promise. Now!
I actually kind of like them as they are.
I do too.
Just keep them like, we'll get to them next week.
You just want...
and then we never get to them. Yeah. That's what I think we should do.
Just keep them going?
Yeah.
All right. So as of January 1st, flavored vape is now illegal to ship to your house. And I'm tripping balls because I'm like, okay, hold on. This is how no matter what people say publicly, and they always use children to do it.
Think about the children.
Think about the children is always their excuse, but it's all a money thing.
Is it only flavored?
Flavored vape products,
okay,
which they classify as tobacco, which is a misclassification of it in the first place, because most of the nicotine that's used in vape products are derived from eggplant. True story.
Crazy.
True story. But they classify it as a tobacco product. They're claiming like the packaging, the flavors, everything is geared towards children, to get children vaping. But the real thing is that the tobacco industry, Philip Morris and all these people, basically funded a campaign to make flavored vape illegal to try to get people back on cigarettes. Follow the money. Follow the money, because the vape industry took a huge cut out of the cigarette industry in particular.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
So they put it on the ballot. All right. They got enough people to put it on a ballot. Once the ballot ran, California voted against retail selling of flavored vape products.
Right.
It was illegal to buy retail. Okay. What the tobacco industry, the geniuses over there, did not figure is that menthol cigarettes, technically a flavored tobacco product, menthol cigarettes became illegal. That was like 20-something% of their overall business. They freaked out. They tried to stop it. They lost because we voted for it. But I could still get my flavored vape products sent to me by online sales.
Right.
However, now it's illegal to even have them shipped to my house. That should tell you that shit's bullshit. It is complete bullshit. If I'm shipping something to my house as a 40-year-old man, I'm not retail buying vape products in front of my children and having them sent to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have the freedom to get whatever I want sent to me, as long as if it's within the law and I can still legally vape in the state of California, but I can't buy flavored tobacco products. You know what's easier? Just smoking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
they're trying to get back, and they probably own politicians. They probably own Newsom. This is probably all a big old money job, money sink, in order to get people back on cigarettes. And I think that's complete bullshit, and that should not be allowed. I don't know what I'm going to literally have to drive to Nevada to get flavored vape products or make it myself.
That's wild.
Or you could just drop it completely.
Nah. No.
I mean, that's an option.
Imagine that.
Don't speak crazy.
You could just add eggplant to your diet so you can get that nicotine.
Do not speak crazy.
You could
Elliott,
have an eggplant palm.
I always need my sweet nicotine juice right here. Kids, don't vape because it's gross and horrible.
It is.
Oh,
You're so cool.
It's so good.
Honestly,
Where's the kickflip?
Hey,
whenever I see someone vape, I'm like, that guy's cool.
hey guys, don't vape. It is so gross and bad for your health and does not taste good at all.
Oh, it's so unflavored.
I feel like I'm having an orgasm.
Okay.
God, you guys
Just don't.
You guys have just
Hashtag
been
just don't.
horned up today.
I didn't say any of that.
You're the one that started it. Elliott, go ahead and do your story.
I did?
Yeah.
He said browsers.
No.
And
That's all it took?
that's literally all it took, apparently. No, my story. So this dropped last Friday. And this is a huge lawsuit. It's a 42-page lawsuit with Fox and one of their hairstylists. They used to work there for over a decade.
There you go. Hairstylist. That I already see where this is going.
Miss Faraji. She was a hairstylist at Fox Sports, FS1. And she worked on set with Skip Bayless on Undisputed. She worked with Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Acho, and Charlie Dixon.
And these are big broadcasters.
Yeah. Skip Bayless has been in sports broadcasting for like over 30, 40 years.
Yeah, like even if you don't follow sports, you've heard Skip
of
Bayless's
Skip Bayless
name.
or his horrible takes or his like hatred for LeBron. He's just one of those. He's like the originator outside of like Mad Dog of like the hot take guy, right? While she was there, and she's filed a lawsuit against FS1, Fox Sports, FS2 for sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, for basically people working against the hairstylist and the people working on set, treating them poorly. And it all starts with Skip Bayless because he, from what it sounds like, tried giving her $1.5 million to have sex with her. She told him numerous times that she wasn't interested, go away, a part of my religion, like everything under the sun, like, hey, stop. And rather than getting reprimanded, they always kind of went after the employees.
Yes, the
workers,
one getting harassed. Yeah.
Right. And basically told to like hush, stay quiet. And then there's a second part of this, and it's with Joy Taylor, the creative president of Fox Sports, Charlie Dixon, and Emmanuel Acho. So I'm going to do my best here. Charlie Dixon and Joy Taylor had an affair. Joy Taylor was married at the time when the plaintiff met Joy. It was with Charlie Dixon, and she could clearly tell they were intimate with each other.
Mhm.
They were having an affair. Joy gets a divorce, but she's in tight with Charlie now, Charlie Dixon. So she's trying to position herself to get a promotion.
And now it starts.
Right. And so at the time, she was a co-host for Colin Cowherd, who wasn't brought up at all. And if he was, it was for being the most respectful person at FS1. So good for you, Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you for keeping your dick in your pants.
Yeah.
Right. And just being an actually nice guy, you know. But she then tried getting on a show with Emmanuel Acho. Now, Emmanuel Acho was already on a show with somebody else, and they were positioning themselves to get the other host off the show so Joy and Emmanuel Acho could then hit their own show. Emmanuel Acho and Joy Taylor started becoming a thing, and they started hooking up. And so when Miss Fajari was like, hey, I don't think you should do that, Joy, and these are all allegations.
Allegations.
These are all allegations, mind you. She said, I'm using them to further my career. And this is the scariest part of this allegation. She said to like cut it off with Charlie Dixon, the president. She said, worst case, I'll just say he sexually assaulted me.
Oh, dude. Okay. So you have an alleged. Okay. I want to make sure I'm following this correctly.
Yeah.
You have an alleged sexual harassment case with a
Yes.
hairdresser. Then you have someone who had an affair with talent that was positioning themselves to get on air in a promotion.
To get a promotion.
And they said that if they're not going to get their way, they're going to claim sexual harassment.
Wow.
Correct. So you have the Skip Bayless front.
Yeah.
Which was he was trying to have sexual relations with this woman. She wasn't interested. And when she brought it up, the talent wasn't getting reprimanded. They were basically being protected.
That's what they do.
Right. Then you have the affair with Charlie Dixon, Joy Taylor, and Emmanuel Acho, who Joy was using Charlie Dixon to get into a position of power to move up, while using Emmanuel Acho to then be a partner in their kind of next show,
Right.
while they were also hooking up.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever she would give her advice, like, hey, I don't think this is a good idea. I think you should probably stay away from hooking up with people at work. She said, mind your own bleeping business.
Okay.
Right. But on top of all this, when she was first introduced to Charlie Dixon, the plaintiff, the hairstylist, he was like rubbing her lower back,
Yeah.
giving her a pat on the butt, stuff like that. Just your classic gross kind of like thing. But this isn't new to Fox. Fox has had plenty of these kind of allegations and stuff over time.
It's the culture over there.
And that's what's really sad is that it's putting these women, like a lot of these women that are getting put in these positions are the ones being fired, let go, or treated poorly and don't have a way to defend themselves.
That's
Right.
And
wild.
what's really sad is that Joy had an opportunity to help her and defend her.
Mhm.
And instead, from what, again, allegations, she's using this as a platform to get ahead.
Right.
And sometimes, unfortunately, that's the, I hate to say it, the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
But it's
Especially in a cutthroat industry like that.
right, and especially for women, because women
It's even
in-
harder for women.
women in
Yeah.
sports, especially,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
hard for them to get an opportunity because a lot of the times, just like this ass Charlie Dixon, they're seen as like a sexual plaything.
Yeah. So
So it's all bad.
it's all bad. This dropped about 2 days ago as of day of recording. And it is a big, big story. And we will keep you up to date on the fallout because there's definitely going to be
Mhm.
fallout.
Yeah, but so
Yep.
far, there's been no statements issued from FS1, from Fox, from Joy Taylor, from Emmanuel Acho, although Emmanuel deleted an old tweet with him and Joy.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
If that's not telling,
and
I
it
don't know
clearly,
what it is.
well, and he did it in his car, and it clearly looks like he just like left an apartment complex. So
Right.
it's like, oh.
Mm.
So nothing's really looking good unless you're Colin Cowherd, because he was like the one guy that
He's
were
the
like,
one guy that's
he's-
everyone's like, yeah, no, he's cool.
yeah, like, no, he was nothing but respectful and professional. And he was
Yeah.
like, we always knew it was.
Listen, keep your dick in your pants the best you can.
Simple.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
Don't offer people money for sex if they're not positioning themselves to have sex with you for money. Now, that being said, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. All right. So before we get going on why Mrs. Orc is here in front of us. Hello, Miss Orc.
Hello.
Here, hold on here.
Oh, there's another one. There's two.
There's two of them.
There's two of them.
Elliott loves this sound so much. He says this is his favorite thing on the internet. Hold on, one more time. It sounds so dirty, bro. You're getting us about the jizz dumps, and you're over here giving me this. See,
yours is.
That one's almost funnier to me.
No, so
what is that? Anyways,
it's a puffer fish being fed a carrot.
Okay. All right. Anyways, hello, Miss Orc.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you guys all doing?
We're doing good. Go ahead and speak into the mic when you do talk.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you doing good today?
Yeah.
All right. I like to hear that.
Very well.
Producer, can you make sure that we're recording on this? You'll see the little. Are we good? Okay. So the reason why you're here is that you have been practicing divination.
I have. I'm working on my skills.
Your skills. So you're new to the tarot reading game.
Yes, I am.
But you do have a deck of cards in front of you. And I thought it would be nice to talk about the future of the pod. Because look, we have a broadcasting background. I've been in broadcasting local terrestrial radio for 21 years. Elliott about 7, 8.
Closer to 8.
Closer to 8.
We're gonna round up to 9 now.
Okay.
You know,
maybe like 12.
Essentially,
Who
like
knows?
a baker's dozen. You know?
There's a lot of years behind Elliott's belt there. And then Jess, you have
I just baby.
You just baby. You have about 2 years.
Yeah.
So we come from a terrestrial background, and starting something like this, like a brand new podcast that, yes, big ups to everyone who is listening, streaming, sharing, and all that good stuff. We appreciate it. But we want to see what the life of the pod is really going to do. What is the Do-Over podcast? What does our futures look like? So, Michelle.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor and do a little tarot reading for us and what the podcast future is going to be?
Yeah, I can do that. So one I kind of know is I'm going to do like a past, present, future.
Okay.
3 card. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. So do you need to shuffle the cards?
Yeah, I'll shuffle.
Watch it be like your futures all say tax evasion.
Oh no! Please do not wish that upon me.
Okay.
Congrats, you got wire fraud. The wire fraud card.
You're going to prison for 10 years card. So
You could get anything here. You never know.
she's shuffling it up. Okay. And does someone need to cut the deck?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to figure out who's going to cut the deck. Do we leave it up to Jess or do we leave it up to Jams?
Let the girlies do it. Let the girlies do it.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, go. Big money, no whammies.
That one moved.
Oh, it was magic.
That one moved.
Okay, give it a cut.
This one moved too.
Mm.
I'll go back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So our first card here is going to be the past.
The past.
The past.
What is it?
Okay.
Jesus.
Is it Jesus?
This one is the 10 of Pentacles. I don't know what that one means.
Here, I'm looking it up.
She's going to look it up. She's going to look it up.
Okay.
She's going to look it up.
Okay.
And how it's, what is the 10 of Pentacles? Is it right side up or upside down?
It is right side up.
Okay, right side up,
Right side
10 of
up.
Pentacles.
Okay.
What does that mean?
A state of complete financial security, family harmony, and lasting legacy.
Well, that's definitely not my past.
Well, lasting legacy.
Well, financial
That's
stability was
legacy,
my
there we
past,
go.
until it's not.
So it fits in there a few ways then. I like the lasting legacy.
we
know?
left a legacy.
Okay.
We're pretty cool.
All right. So that,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
got
What's
some kids, so that's a legacy.
Yeah. There's some children carry on my name.
Yes.
Okay. What else we got?
Now we
This-
got
Our
present.
present.
Oh, Page of Cups. He's reversed though.
Oh, look up reversed, Elliott. Be
Yeah.
sure. to
Reverse
write that
Page of
down.
Cups.
Okay. When the Page of Cups appears reversed in a tarot reading,
Tarot.
don't worry
About
about it.
tarot
And a
reading.
tarot reading.
In a-
Tarot.
In Atari, it means it signifies a lack of emotional connection, potential for immature behavior,
Ooh.
jizz dumps, Disappointment in relationships, emotional withdrawal, emotional jizz dumps. Yeah.
Okay, but is this reverse?
Yeah, this is reverse.
Okay.
Or a neglect of emotional needs.
Okay.
So it could leave you making noises such as
This.
right.
I mean, it kind of.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, loosely. All right. What's our next card?
Okay, our future is gonna be
Lots of money.
Is that
the
the-
5 of Cups? It's reversed.
Reverse 5 of Cups, Elliot.
Yes.
Get on it. Google that. What does it mean? We're going to be rich and famous.
Okay. When reversed, the 5 of Cups signifies a shift towards healing, letting go of past regrets and moving on from losses.
Okay.
So
hey.
So like that 18-year-old you that watched hentai, you've matured.
I have
let
You've
go
let
of
go.
that.
You've
Yeah,
let go.
I've let go.
Okay, but wait, maybe this is us letting go of the past show
Mhm.
and like prosperity and abundance now.
We did that episode 0.
Yeah, we did that.
Right.
But I mean, like,
but you know what I mean?
this
Like,
is showing that we got it.
We
You
got
can
All right,
take
it.
we
into
got
the
it.
future.
Yes.
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 Tied it
oh,
in.
round of applause.
Wow.
Round of
Thank you.
applause. Hold on. We got it. We got to do it right. And then we'll give her one. All right. Thanks, Miss Orc. We appreciate it. Say thank you, Michelle.
Thank you,
So,
Michelle.
Thank
Cutie
you,
booty.
Michelle.
Now,
Michelle.
With
Hang on,
that-
let me get one card.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Elliot's
just
going to do one card.
Oh,
One-
okay.
I'm just gonna grab one.
What is it?
Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles been busy as hell.
The
Reverse.
Pentacles.
No, it's reversed. It's reverse Pentacles.
Ace of Pentacles.
So many Pentacles.
Oh.
Is it bad?
Signifies missed opportunities, lack of financial stability, hesitation to embrace new beginnings, poor money management, and a general sense of insecurity regarding finances or material needs.
Oh my God, it's so dead on, bro.
Oh my
Hold on, here.
Damn.
Hey,
Yeah,
give me one. Give me one. I gotta do one. I gotta do one.
Wow, that
Here, I'll go over there.
Okay.
I don't necessarily believe in this mumbo jumbo, but
But-
that mumbo really jumboed right there.
All right.
I totally believe in it. So,
Do you believe in man?
oh, the hermit.
All right.
All right, let's
Read my hermit. Right side up.
The Hermit. The Hermit suggests that you are in a phase of introspective where you are drawing your attention inward and looking for answers within. You are in need of a period of inner reflection away from the current demands of your position.
You need a vacation.
Yes, it symbolizes wisdom, spiritual enlightenment, and inner guidance.
You know what I have to say about that?
Okay.
Were you left at awe? Left in a state of awe?
Yeah. Okay.
Here, wait, hang on. Hang on. We're going to see if one pulls itself. Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait.
yeah.
Okay.
no.
All right.
All right. All right.
All right.
Is it
let's
right
see.
side up or upside down?
We'll see. Hang on. Upside. Oh, right side up. The hanged man.
Is it right side up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hanging upside down.
Oh, okay.
The Hanged Man is the card that suggests ultimate surrender, sacrifice, or being suspended in time. Wisdom, discernment, trials, sacrifice, intuition, divination, prophecy.
Look at you.
Yeah.
So
I am the hanged man.
so the one that got the shit card is him.
Yeah.
You're like, man.
And you know what? I am hung.
I got a huge dick.
I do.
Huge
Tarot
dick.
readings with
This-
Michelle, everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Tarot
Thank
readings
you,
with
Michelle.
Michelle.
Thank you,
very
Michelle.
much.
And this deck is so cute.
Now, all right, so we got to get moving on some
Moving,
of the
grooving.
things that we're going to be talking about here. First and fourmost has been the tinkering fools. All right. Do you know who I'm talking about, Elliot?
No.
If I was to tell you tinkering, what would you think that is? If I was like people tinkering on YouTube.
I'd imagine it's people doing like little arts and crafts projects, maybe doing some like maintenance around the house. Or maybe,
Tinkering.
yeah, you're tinkering with something.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're screwing something in,
Mhm.
screwing then something out.
Kind of.
Yeah.
What would you think it is?
That.
Okay.
All right.
Period.
That's all.
Period.
Pure dot.
Anyways, tinkering is when people take something that's perfectly fine,
Mm-hmm.
rip it apart,
Mm.
and put it in a new fashion. Like,
Okay.
I've been watching a guy that basically does the craziest shit. He made the world's largest iPhone and made it functional
Okay.
with camera and all.
Is this the same dude that made the giant AK-47?
No,
Because that's not tinkering.
no, that's tinkering.
That's building a weapon.
Well, yeah, but he's licensed to do it.
All
That's
right.
Brandon Herrera. Shout out Brandon Herrera. He created the 50 cal AK. It's pretty sick. It's pretty
It's
tight.
essentially a cannon.
It's tight. I mean, it was cool that he pulled it off, and it was like a lifelong journey for him, and he did it, and that was cool. I'm all for that.
Cool.
No, he's done things like turned a PS5 into like a very super slim portable version of a PS5,
Ooh.
or they just rip stuff apart and put it back together in a new fashion.
All right.
I watched a guy yesterday take a PS4 and make it into a handheld. My whole thing is these people are brilliant. And this is just from learning stuff on YouTube and applying that. And it just, I'm in awe of people that can learn on their own just by trying to do stuff. Oh, there goes your egg. There goes your dragon egg.
Speaking of handheld, do you see the videos of potentially the Switch 2?
Yes. I don't know why they haven't just announced it. Like, what are they waiting for at this point?
I
It's the
think
most leaked console in history.
I think they're waiting for a game.
What game?
Probably Metroid.
Metroid, yeah, Prime 4.
Prime 4.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Prime 4.
But like how, dude, at this point, it's like if they're estimating that thing's going to drop in April.
Well, they were saying they were going to talk about it in March too.
Right. So if that's going to happen, like, let's speed it up. And I don't know what their whole angle is. Like, yeah, let's not say a word. Let's not say a word until eventually 1 month before release. And their whole thing is like, we want to have enough to make sure that no one scalps it. I get that. But dude, at the same time, like, come on, guys.
You know, they're doing maybe they're doing the old classic Survivor Ben Bomb, you know, where it's like, oh, we don't have it. Psych, we got all of them right here.
Yeah.
Now go buy them for $450, you idiot.
Do you think that's how much it's going to be?
Probably around $400.
Yeah.
Or $354.
I'm so inspired to tinker. I want to go start ripping shit apart at my house.
Mhm.
I want to grab a blender and turn it into a cell phone. I want to go grab like my cell phone and turn it into a boombox.
Don't do the blender phone because your ringtone's going to be so annoying. People are going to be calling you. Can't you change it? Well, it's that or Pulse.
Or it
and
sounds
Pulse
like-
is better.
Or it sounds like it's party hour whenever anyone calls me.
I have it on ice mode right now, so it like really
And the funny thing about this is that I have sunk hours and hours and hours of my life into watching these videos. That gives me nothing but inspiration to rip shit apart. But I find it fascinating, but it's also useless. It's completely useless information, and I take it in hours at a time. What's the complete useless thing that you take in?
Ooh.
Like you watch yourself and then you think, why have I been watching this for 2 hours?
You know, right now I'm kind of, because every other week, so bi-weekly, I'm going to be doing drunk movie reviews.
I like it.
So like looking for what movies I'm going to be watching this year.
Can I please put in a request?
What?
Can you watch that Nicole Kidman baby girl movie, Drunk?
Maybe, probably not.
Probably not. Just like church.
No, I think definitely not. Yeah.
Everything I say, you guys poo poo.
Most of the time, yeah. No, so I think next week is going to be Wolfman, Bloomhouse, and it looks kind of meh.
Yeah.
It looks pretty meh, but I'm like, all right, meh's pretty perfect.
I heard it was okay. Like I saw it was a gory, gruesome,
I watched the trailer for like the Wolfman look, and like other than like the fingernails being replaced, I was like, yeah. But no. But now that I'm looking at random trailers and stuff, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. It's from the Pooniverse.
Is it from the Pooniverse?
It's the Pooniverse people. Yeah.
I have not even seen anything on that.
I haven't even heard of it.
No, so like I saw the first little glimpse, and essentially Peter Pan's a kid, like a child nabber.
Oh,
but the funniest thing about it is
I hate that. A child nabber?
He is kind of a child nabber if you think about it. He nabs children.
He is. He wants to take them to Neverland, right? But apparently Tinkerbell is just like a junkie. And just like hooked on heroin with quote pixie dust.
Oh my God.
So it's like It's literally Peter Pan and a junkie, like kidnapping children.
Stealing children?
Yeah.
Does he say Fjodor? When am I going to make it on my own?
No.
They have to make Pinocchio so spicy.
It's so zesty.
So zesty.
Yeah, no. But I might have to just fully embrace the Pooniverse as like my drunk movie going.
That would probably be something that is lifted up by a couple drinks.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
and I figure like you know what you're getting into with those
Right.
poopy movies, those
Mhm.
poopy
Those
movies.
poopy movies.
Right. So like having a couple of drinks is probably the right course.
Now, Jess,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything that you consume that you're like, this is worthless? I mean, you're on TikTok, so
I am
Probably-
a constant TikToker.
but what is the most worthless thing that you watch?
I would say I am on, well, I'm on a couple of things that make up my For You page.
Mhm.
I have a ton of masked lesbians all over my page. But also, I get about 87 tarot reads a day.
Really?
And I listen to all of them because I want to know.
Like live? What do you?
No, they're just like pre-recorded, and like it always starts with someone saying,
Hey, how's it going? If you
Yes.
got onto my page, today's tarot is
it's like no hashtags, everything is divine timing. You were put here for a reason. So let's go. And then they start like shuffling their cards. Oh, I watch all of them, and they're all completely opposite of each other, but I just want to know what it has
Well,
to
like
say.
the one that said you're gonna find out that you're pregnant
Yes.
in October.
Yes.
You're gonna tell your man, blah blah.
This is
Yeah.
That did not come true.
It did not happen,
This-
oddly
No.
enough.
This is the fertile myrtle card in reverse, meaning you're not fertile.
That's right. You can't have children. Hi, everyone laugh.
that guy that I got in a fight with, he's like, I told you. You know, the listener that I fought with.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about
No,
that guy.
but yeah, so I'm all over tarot.
Sarah did-
tarot talk.
Bring that up though.
hmm
She's like, what the fuck is wrong with people? I'm like, I think people are just, I don't know. I like it. It's hard to explain because
People are bored.
I don't
Yes.
remember. Is it that?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't remember people acting like that before
You
our
know,
time.
but you know what's interesting is I think that overly religious people are like that. I embarrassingly used to try to tell everybody that if they were having premarital sex that they were like so
Mm.
bad.
That's
So you used to be one.
Not like that though. Like I always loved the gays. I never had a problem with them. And you know, like that whole community. But as far as like premarital sex,
That was what you were judgy about?
that was like my, you know how like some people have religious OCD?
Mhm.
That was mine. Like I legitimately think I had religious OCD like as a child because I firmly believed that like the rapture was going to happen
While you were
while
fucking.
I was having premarital
So,
sex.
here's something funny, I guess. I don't know. I'll tell this story. So when I lost my virginity, it was like planned out.
Yeah.
Like we were like, all right, this is the day. We're going to meet up. We're going to have sex. And everyone knows like it's your first time. It's when you go, how old were you when you lost your virginity?
16.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So,
That's wild to
Yeah.
me.
so we meet at my friend's house. All my friends are all joking. Yeah.
It's like being a made man.
Yeah. So we go in the room. I go my friend Sterling.
Wait, you and the boys?
No.
But the boys were there.
No.
Oh.
They were in my friend's room. I go into my buddy's room with the girl.
But everyone was under the same roof.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What?
That's
all like
crazy.
listening
No,
in.
when I say it was planned is like an opportunistic, like, hey, we're gonna meet here. This is the time we're having sex. Cool.
Okay.
Right? So I go there and it takes forever. It
Yeah.
takes like 45 minutes. But the whole time I was remembering, and I think this is why it took so long. I was thinking about earlier that day when I went to the nurse's office and
Mhm.
on the wall, it had a spread chart like of AIDS starts here
Mm-hmm.
and then goes
Oh.
down here. And I saw that day and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to get AIDS.
Yeah.
Like the whole time.
Oh, I went
AIDS-
through
AIDS
that
is coming.
too.
Yeah,
Just looking at it.
no.
I got
Yep.
it.
I went through that too.
And then, like it was going through
Yeah.
my head the whole
Yeah.
time. Like, oh, you're gonna get AIDS. You're gonna get AIDS. You're gonna get
Mhm.
AIDS. Oh, this is it. This is it for you. But
Yeah.
because back when I was 16, AIDS was a death sentence.
Yeah.
A death sentence. But my man jeans overcame that fear. My
That's
man
true.
jeans was like, get
Yeah.
your nut off.
Good
And I was
for
like,
you.
yeah, just dump.
Ugh.
So, Jams, what do you want to talk about?
No, I totally forgot I sent this to you. This was from Culture Crave on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the examples of speech Meta says you are now allowed on their
Oh,
platforms.
Christ Jesus. Okay, so you'll be able to read this. I want to preface,
These are
these are examples that's being used, allegedly.
examples.
These are examples.
These are examples.
That
I
are-
got it right
yes,
here.
that
Right
are
here.
being used by Meta as protected speech on their platform now. That they're, and we're going to get into why this is an issue, but that they're giving examples as to what is protected speech that you cannot do anything about it as a moderator on Meta.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Elliott's going to read these, but
I'm
I
gonna
need
read
you to
these.
understand something. These are not his opinions.
These are examples.
These are
Yes.
examples that are allegedly being given to admins at Meta by the head honchos. Go ahead.
Right. Again, examples, Culture Crave. You can look at them.
Yeah.
All right. Example 1, in quotes, immigrants are grubby, filthy pieces of you know what.
You can say it. We can bleep
Yeah.
it out.
Example 2, a trans woman isn't a woman. It's a pathetic, confused man.
Protected speech.
Example 3, I'm a proud racist. Example 4. That one's actually kind of funny. That one's
Who
actually-
says that?
What? I have never heard anyone say
Example 4. This whole non-binary thing is made up. Those people don't exist. They're just in need of some therapy. Example 5. Gays are freaks. Example 6. Are flat out greedier than Christians. And example 7. God created 2 genders. Quote, people are not a real thing.
Okay.
Via at platform and via the intercept.
This
What?
is no, hold on. Let me address this. All of it, I agree, should be protected speech, even if I disagree with all of it. I literally disagree with every statement
Yeah.
that they said. However, we live in a country that is important, that our speech, ignorant or not, is protected. It is.
Yeah.
And you should live in an area. You know, you if you're in the United States, you should have freedom of speech, even if you're a dumb fuck inbred piece of shit that has bad ideals. I don't give a fuck. I need to see the flag up front about how stupid you are, so I know not to associate with you.
Mhm.
So that helps me whittle out the dipshits. So I'm fine with that. And yes, it should be protected. When you're on a platform of a social media page, it is not protected by free speech. You are participating on a platform owned by a business.
Mhm.
The business can make a decision whether or not they want your dipshittery on there or not. What you hear is the argument by a lot of people, they're stifling my free speech. You don't have free speech on social media sites. You don't. You can say whatever the fuck you want outside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can say whatever the fuck you want until it's taken down.
But if you're using social media, you're using their platform. So it's their
Yes,
conditions.
It's their conditions. It's not protected, you know. And yes, you should have freedom of speech. And yes, you will have consequences of that
Mhm.
speech that you put out there, like people
Mhm.
losing their jobs
Yeah.
or people losing family. That is the consequence of you being a dipshit online. However, I don't think that should be infringed on in any way, just like Second Amendment rights shouldn't be infringed on all these things. I am conflicted because I'm like, all right, you're a stupid shithead and you want to attract stupid shitheads so you can all be grouped up together. But at the same time, I don't think anyone should stifle that. What they're doing over at Meta is an approach that Elon Musk is taking on X, which is instead of having moderators and, you know, he's acting like it's the most brilliant thing in the world, but really what it is he had to make money. So he cut all the moderators that were being paid to do the job
Mhm.
and allowing community notes. The problem with that is that if you are in a community of dipshits, you're going to get an echo chamber. No one's going to correct something you said if you have one guy that they're all circles are all dipshit, bigoted racists, and you say some racist shit, they're going to be like, yeah, I agree. Fuck those Jews. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
they're going to say that, and there's going to be no moderation of any kind. And again, I don't feel like we should tell people what they need to think. I don't think we should tell people what they need to say. My opinion on your bigotry and racism is that you're a dumb fuck. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean on that. And that's what I'm gonna say. It's bad for business. It's bad for business, dude.
Well, you make a good point though when you say like they should be allowed to say these things just so like other people like us could be like, oh, I want to stay away from that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And I'm all for it, but it's the whole argument of if there's any moderation at all,
mm-hmm.
then it is against the American way. And I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Everyone in your day-to-day life, you're moderated, whether you want to believe it or not. Yes, we have objective freedom here in the United States, but you also can't walk around with your clothes off.
Yeah.
You're being moderated. You can't go around inciting violence. You're being legally moderated in all of our lives. You can't blow through fucking stop signs without getting pulled over. You can't. These are laws, right? And I know that it's a stretch to give that example on these platforms, but people mistake freedom with basic rules and which one infringes on them. You're not being infringed on if a private business says, hey, your kooky Jew-hating self is not going to be spreading that shit on our platform. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
That's their right to do.
Yeah.
And why we have convinced, and it's in the zeitgeist right now, the whole town hall, freedom of speech kind of shit. Let them. You know, when I learned about the who I'm following tab, and this just goes more and more towards moderating yourself, I have cleaned up my Twitter feed so much by just using the following tab.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Video game shit, FGC stuff, you know.
It's all the stuff you want.
It's all the stuff I want. I don't have to see the kooky shit, conspiracy theory bullshit, racist bullshit that goes on these platforms, but it seems like those are so on the rise.
Yeah.
And so prevalent these days. I'm like, do people really believe this, or do they just want to have a click?
Right.
You know, I have to ask myself, like, are they just alone?
Yeah.
And they need to be with a group because they are sick and tired of being alone. It's like you try to be nice and you're getting ignored, but then you say, oh, I hate trans people. And then all of a sudden 5 people are like, hey, so do I. Yeah, let's have coffee. And now you have
a community now.
You got a community. And if you break your opinion from that community, you're immediately ostracized.
Yeah.
Like I have, again, I talked about it not too long ago. I'm politically fluid. I'm an independent. I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in also gay people being able to marry and raise children. I believe in trans people's having rights. I believe in harsh punishment for pedophiles. I'm fiscally conservative. I don't think throwing money at social issues is smart, but I also believe in climate change. So I'm all over the place. I don't prescribe. But to my friends that are conservatives, I'm a libtard.
Yeah. To
my liberal friends, I'm a fucking bleeding heart conservative.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the problem. It's the tribalism where I like to believe that most people are in the middle. Like
I'd think so.
Yeah.
You think so, but like they're not being platformed. Like rationality is not being platformed, and that's the problem.
Well, and how exhausting. What an exhausting, like if you're going to be on social media and you just do it to spread political
bullshit,
whatever it's left, right, or anywhere in between. It's just like, that doesn't even sound fun.
Look, they're politicizing the fucking LA fires.
I know.
Right now, there's a bunch of people on Twitter that are, or X, whatever you want to call it, that are like, hey, all those fires happen because the DEI hires a gay woman. They caused that. Yeah, because straight white men control the wind. Like, do you know how absurdly stupid you sound when you say shit like that? Like, and their fire chief had like 20, 25 plus years of service and qualifications to back up that they could do the job. And there's a Joe Rogan clip going around right now that he was talking about is like 5 or 6 months ago. He had a friend down in Southern California, Los Angeles area that said, hey, we get lucky with the wind. One day, the wind's going to be just right. And something's going to go somewhere and we're fucked. There's nothing we can do about it because of the resources and having it there. And you see Trump saying, and this is actually what I think people need to put their political bullshit aside and understand what's happening here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Trump was going to work something out with Newsom in order to get water here.
Yeah.
He did. He offered it. And Newsom said no. All right. Which is bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like Trump or not. If there was a fix to the water problem that we have, because we have a water issue in
Horrible
California.
water problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a spending issue and a water issue. I don't give a shit if he's a Republican. Work with the guy
Yeah.
so we can solve the fucking problems because it's good for us. Newsom, don't just support that asshole because he's a Democrat. Fuck that guy. Like, he's fucked over his people so many times over in order just to keep the Democratic business and not to work with Republicans to our detriment. So fuck that guy too.
Yeah.
Fuck all of them.
Did we ever find out how the fire started? Was it man-made or was it just like
it was man-made.
Okay.
They're saying that it originated at a single house. And that's the other thing.
That's brutal.
They're like, it's from
Horrible.
a shady red roof mansion that does satanic rituals. This is what's gaining steam on Twitter. It's an old Spanish colonial home that is quite common in the area.
Mhm.
And someone did some stupid bullshit, did not contain their fire in their backyard. And that's what started the whole fucking thing.
Imagine being that person. Like,
Well,
Look-
fuck that person too. Like,
Yeah.
be smart, you dipshit.
yeah,
Like,
I cannot imagine starting a whole like.
Do you face
tragedy.
criminal charges if like you spread a mass fire, like, or if you don't put out a
it
mass?
depends. There is a story of a guy that was like, he was hauling a car and the car was like dragging metal on the ground.
Mhm.
And it started like
Like it
one
just
of the
sparking?
worst,
Yeah.
one of the worst forest fires. And they originated it back to his car. They held him financially responsible for all the hours paid. It was millions and millions and millions
and
of
remember,
dollars.
was it a couple years ago that gender reveal?
Oh yeah, the gender
Oh, yeah.
reveal fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, wasn't
Gender
that LA
reveals
too?
are stupid in general.
Was that LA that happened?
Yeah. Well, because their conditions, they're talking about like the conditions in that area and the ecology is kind of dependent on those regular kind of brush fires to
Mhm.
happen. Like, it is actually dependent on those things to happen, but their conditions are prime for, and with the swings in, climate change, because 2 years ago, it was under 6 feet of water from getting basically a year's worth of rain in 2 days. The ground's dry. It
Mhm.
just floods everywhere. And then 2 years later, it's dry as bone. And they're in like conditionally, they are just rife for to go up like a match.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that's what happens.
Did you see the video of the like McDonald's and the fire wind
Yes.
that's going around? That's crazy.
That wind, it was like 40-mile-per-hour winds that were just taking embers,
Yeah, no.
shooting him out. And there's a lot of holdouts too. A lot of people are like, no, we're not going anywhere. And then a fire cuts them out when they finally decide to go. A fire starts and cuts off their exit path. Like, when
People are on foot right now.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
devastating. It's
Yeah.
a bad thing. And like, look, in California, we're used to like forests going up. Like,
Mhm.
we're used to that. That happens every single year, hundreds of thousands of acres. But like, this is like a rural
Yeah.
urban fire, which like, I can't really think of anything that devastating fire wise since like what, like the big San Francisco fire.
Yeah, maybe a few years ago. But I think what's really crazy is that it's happening in the winter.
Yeah.
Like typically we get these horrible fires during the summer
Mhm.
months when it's really dry. It's January.
Yeah.
It's January like 10th.
I know.
So that's what's so alarming. And shout out to all the first responders, Cal
Yes,
Fire, LA
yes,
Fire.
seriously.
Doing everything that they
Everything
can.
they
And
can.
this is all to say, like, stop being a hateful asshole if you can. But if you want to be a hateful asshole, you're going to help me realize that I don't want to be associated with you.
Yes. So thank you for that.
So thanks for giving me the red flag. Now, stay here. We're going to come right back and we're going to do our great hair overshare. Don't care.
Ooh.
We're bringing it back. Okay.
Mhm.
Do I have it queued? Hold on, huh? We have the sounder, so we're going to do that. We're going to do some TV on the internet.
Yeah, man.
Okay. And then we're going to do They're Better Than Us, and we'll be signing off for episode 2 of the Do Over podcast. This episode is brought to you by my credit card. Holy crap. Sarah's probably going to leave me. There are ways, though, that you can help save my marriage. Stay tuned. Before we move on, there is one thing that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
I cannot count down the days until my little sweet baby girls go back to school.
Mhm.
Listen, I love my children. All 3 of these crazy little kids.
Well, one of them's going to be done with school.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year, which
Yeah.
I've already told him if he does not walk, that I will fucking kill him. Bleep that out, please. I will kill him if he doesn't walk. I'm like, listen, I didn't walk. I tested out. All right.
Mhm.
And I didn't get a GED. I got a proficiency. It was like a high school diploma.
I didn't get a GED. I got a GUN instead.
Yeah.
Click, click.
click, click, bang.
Oh, God.
No, I tested out. All right. I went to
Mhm.
college early. That lasted about,
35 minutes.
3 months. And then I
Mhm.
started doing radio and I was like, this is my life.
Mhm.
So I can't wait for them to go back. Their break has been like 3 weeks or something like that.
It's like a month.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, when we were going to school, probably you too,
Mhm.
summer break was 3 full months.
Just about, yeah.
3
Then they,
July,
months.
August.
then they started creeping into August.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was like, what are we doing?
Yeah. What are we doing? Now they're going back like midway through August. And like, that's what made summer special. What
Mhm.
made summer special is a few things. Like, one, you literally have 3 months of not going to school. You're going to be able to hang out with your friends and
Run
do
around,
sleepovers, run
yeah.
around, play video games late, sleep in, all this stuff. And you're looking forward to it. And then, everyone will do their thing during summer. You come back in September and, so you find out who lost weight, became hot. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, oh my God, summer did wonders for you. You know what I mean? That's what was cool about summer.
Mhm.
Now these poor kids, they're getting 3 weeks off here. They're getting like 2 to 3 weeks off during spring. And then their summer break
Yeah.
it's gone. I feel like they're getting screwed out of this. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like kids need as much education as they can get at the same time.
Mhm.
Especially with all the flat earthers.
Well,
bullshit going
I
around.
just feel like education is, I mean, teachers have it rough too.
Right
Teachers
now,
have it
yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I think the more educated you are, and this is something I wish I'd taken serious as a kid, the better off you are
Oh,
just in life. And I definitely was a jackass through most of school. Granted, college graduate, just
Yeah.
The only one in the room.
yeah, exactly.
Yep, only took me 7.5 years.
Doesn't matter how long it takes. It's
It
about the
happened.
friends you make along the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it happened. That's what matters.
It's about the dogs you meet along the way.
Now, with that being said, I feel like it behooves us
Mhm.
to bring back one of my favorite things that we would do on the old show, and that is Overshare, gray hair, don't care. We explore the phenomena
The phenomena. The phenomena.
of a Barbress and her scissors, and you sitting in that Barbress's chair and all of a sudden dumping the most seediest details of your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just jizz dumping.
Just dumping all over the place because it is definitely cheaper than getting therapy.
Mhm. The last one is what kills
You
me.
talk about that.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
So, Jess, do you have any gray hair, overshare, don't care
I do.
stories?
I have a really funny one. This,
Okay.
and normally my stories involve like cheating husbands and things like that. This one's just funny.
Okay.
So I have this client. She's an older woman. Like when I say older, I mean she has like grown kids.
Mhm.
She's not like an
You old bat.
she's not like an old lady. She's just like has like grown adult children.
She's
Right.
my kid.
So there's a store in Clovis, and I really can't think of the name right now, but everything is like super discounted and it's like $2 sometimes. There's like $5 days, $7 days, like whatever. So she and one of her sons go to one of these stores and they find a pocket pussy in the bin.
It was her and her son.
Her and her son, and she's like, I don't know what this is. Like, what is this? And her son's like, oh my God, Mom, I have to buy this and prank someone with it, right?
Uh-huh. Prank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We've all been a part of that
Yeah,
prank
yeah.
before.
I gotta get that
Right.
prank flashlight over there.
Yeah. And so she's like, okay. And she said that at the time, she still like did not understand what it was.
Right.
A really funny prank.
Yeah.
Just like the porn.
Yeah.
It would be really like, funny.
Super funny.
If we all recorded this and like watched it and then like sold it to all of our friends, if I bought this pocket pussy right
Yeah.
now, that'd be so
If
funny.
we all like, used it and then like washed it or something.
But also, if you don't know what it is,
And we all used it and then like, you know,
we
washed
all
it.
like
and
took turns
then-
using it and then like washed it in like the dishwasher. Yeah, okay, real funny.
Yeah, you're such a
Oh, you
jokester.
pulled one over me.
I have actually a funny story that you just reminded me of. But
Oh God.
but if I'm sure you guys have like seen one.
Yeah, like a fleshlight.
If you don't know what it is and you're just like looking at it, it's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like,
It looks like a flashlight, but it
Just-
has like a vagina. on top.
yeah. So she's like, what am I looking at? Like, that's
It's like the
crazy.
bat symbol, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when you're calling for Batman, you put it up in the air.
Yeah. And so
Some woman runs over. What's the problem? What's the emergency? It's like, guess as good as mine.
How awkward with your mom checking out and like buying it. Like,
right.
yeah. Don't mind that.
Don't mind that. Yeah.
Probably not the weirdest thing they've probably seen
Probably.
people buy.
Yeah, I guess.
Like if you just got that at the $5 bin.
Yeah. I don't even know if it was like boxed or not.
Slightly used.
Like it literally
Yeah.
like
Big
yeah.
Lots is really going through it, huh?
Yeah. And so they take it home and he like jokingly places it on his brother's bed.
Mhm.
And then
Jokingly.
but then they never hear about it for like weeks go by and no one even mentions it. Like the brother doesn't mention it. Like
Yeah, we haven't seen the brother in weeks.
yeah, like
He
no one
hasn't left
mentions
his room.
And so finally
It's been a shut-in for months.
so her other son is like, I have to go and like check on, like see where
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
So he finds it in his brother's closet and there's like a little hair on it.
Oh no! Oh
So he takes it and they're all laughing about it like ho ho ho, like whatever. And so then he and his friends take it and they go for a drive and they roll the window down and throw it into someone's backyard.
no! What?
Yeah. So
What's his brother like this?
No, you know what the worst thing is? It's like the brother, he wants to know where it is, but he doesn't want to be the guy that asks.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah.
hey, were you in my room? I noticed like my t-shirt, I had a shirt that was on the ground. Do you knock over a shirt? Do you go through my drawers or my closet at all? No, never mind. No, it's not important. It's not
Yeah.
important.
So the pocket pussy is in someone's backyard, just chilling there.
Slightly used.
Slightly
And what if it's
used.
like the brotherhood of the traveling pocket pussy, to where like we just have all these heartfelt stories about sharing of the pocket pussy, you know? So, all right. Well, that was a good one.
Thank
there you go.
Thank you. But can I tell the story that Elliott reminded me
Yeah,
of?
sure.
Hang on, before you do you think the brother was like, you got to reimburse me?
What?
Reimburse? Like you got to buy me
Like
another one?
you threw it away. Like,
Yeah.
you got to reimburse
Oh.
me.
Yeah. You
I
got to
don't
replace
know.
it for my birthday.
Like you,
I don't even know if
you
they've ever discussed
You stole it from my room.
I will say this. I think a pocket pussy is less than if you are the guy buying the butt cheeks.
Oh.
Okay. If you're the dude buying the butt cheeks with the vagina on it, you're down hard, dude. Like you.
What about the whole body ones? Like with the face?
Yeah, it's even worse.
Ugh.
But like,
That's
I
weird
think
to me.
a pocket pussy is kind of like, all right, it's kind of like an
You
A.
can get them customized.
I think the farthest you should go is maybe just lotion.
I will give a pass to the pocket pussy. And like here, self-admittedly, I've never used one. Ever.
Same.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
No, they're weird.
I've never used one and never bought one. But I could see that being like, oh, you know, people have sex toys, whatever.
Yeah.
That's normal.
I think that's like it though.
Yeah.
That's the line.
That's the line.
That's the
Like,
line.
that
the butt
is-
cheeks is
The butt cheeks one,
crazy.
if you have one that has vagina, so you could be like, you know, like hitting it and like doing it. And what if one of your friends walked in and you're like, yeah.
Are you talking to it? Like, are you like,
Yeah, like,
bad girl?
Oh, you're a fucking whore. Pow. You know, like, ooh.
It flies away.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cynthia, no.
Cynthia.
Is that what you name her?
crazy.
Well, she's synthetic, so
Oh.
Cynthia.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Cynthia.
Always thinking.
She
Jesus
died
died
for
for
our
our
Cynthias.
Anyways, let's move on.
Let me tell my story real quick.
Okay, tell your story.
Okay, so, a few years ago was going through a divorce, and one of my friends was like,
Divorce anniversary.
yeah, happy divorce anniversary plus 1 day to me. Woo woo. So around this time a few years ago, one of my friends was like, oh, like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, about what?
Be happy?
Literally, I was like, about what? And she was like, sexually. And I was like, I'm fine, thank you. And she was like, well, I discovered something on Amazon and I really think you need to try it. And so I let her go into grave detail about whatever this thing is, this toy, right? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. And she's like, no, but before you buy it, you can try mine. And I was like, no.
Friends should not be sharing.
What's the protocol? You just bleach it? Like bleach water?
There is specific
Cleaning.
vibrator cleaning.
Yeah.
But this particular toy seemed like it was like inward and outward.
Oh.
Like they have ones that can go in but also stimulate out.
Oh, like at this, like this?
Yes.
Like at the same time?
And so
It's like
that's
a trident.
That's what she made it sound
It
like
must
to
be
me.
weird having girl physiology. You're like, yeah, you shove it in you. You just sit there like this.
My thing, but like,
You're like, I can't fucking
is that a thing? Like, do girls share?
No,
Like that,
no.
that's what I'm hung up on. Nobody should be sharing those kind of things.
Yeah, but it's like, okay.
No.
Because let's face it, it's a feminine trait. Like straight girls will kiss. Like there's straight guys don't kiss each other.
Well,
you know what
okay,
I mean?
that's
Like,
the problem.
yeah. Then I say let's normalize the bros giving kisses goodnight.
So I've never done stand up or anything, but I've had one joke I've kind of thought of that I would use for stand up, and it's like, what's the gayest alcohol you can have? Like, at what could you continue to drink until you do gay acts?
Right. Like what will turn you gay?
Like beer it doesn't
Beer's
sound
not
gay.
gay.
It's not gay
No.
at all. You know, like vodka, you'd be like, okay, like a martini.
A mojito, I think.
You're getting gay. Yeah, you're getting gay. But I was like, I landed on like white wine.
Rosé.
Oh, rosé's
pretty gonna turn you gay.
So like I landed on actually red wine because one, it's romantic and gay. But I was like, tell me if this story adds up. Johnny and Dilly are, I don't know. Johnny and Dilly are having a couple of beers, and at the end of the night, they smooched. Not happening, right?
Yeah.
Johnny and Dilly, after maybe 2 bottles of red wine, and they kiss, you're like, yeah, that was gay. Like, you're sharing 2 bottles of red wine. Gay activities are going to happen. But then I had a buddy of mine. He's like, no, dude, no, you're wrong. It's white wine's gayer. So we met in the middle and kissed. And that's the punchline.
Ellie's gonna do stand up soon.
Yeah.
No.
We're gonna do our pod. Yeah. Okay. With all that gay talk, let's move on. We did Overshare.
Meta would love us right now.
Yeah. No. Meta's like, man, these guys are kicking what we be putting down.
We need you on our HR team stat.
Now it is time to do. Do I not have it up?
I don't know.
Do I not have it
My
up?
face hurts.
All that red wine, bring it down.
Where's my intro? Oh, I was playing it off of here.
What intros are we even doing?
We're gonna do our TV on the internet.
Oh, okay.
But I played it off of here, I believe.
Did we ever do Daily Dose, or was that FS1?
We could do Daily Dose.
It's
You wanna
time for Daily
Oh, I don't
Dose.
know. I mean, are we doing it, or
Hold
are we
on,
just skipping that one today?
Let's do Daily Dose.
Because we're getting towards the end here, right?
It's time for Daily Dose. From scamming hoes to influencer pros. These people,
Talk to him.
these people start to be the worst. Wow!
Daily Dose now.
Ooh.
That's right. I like that.
I like that. You know what I like? They thirst to be the worst.
No, my favorite part is you can hear Jess laughing in the intro. Oh,
Who's our Daily Dose today? Elliott Jams.
Oh, I thought you had it.
I have it.
I got one.
Yeah, all
Okay.
right.
All right.
Team activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Who's our Daily Dose today, Jess?
Oh, I was just gonna make fun of Silks because I just thought of something.
Okay.
I feel like you do that plenty.
Well, why not?
You said you don't find him attractive.
I do.
You
You
said
said
I don't.
him naked is gross.
No, men in general naked are gross.
I know, but
He's
then
not.
he's a there you go.
He's
That-
cutie woody. I said that.
you know what, guys? No guy taking off their pants wants to be called cute.
It's cute.
Yeah, they don't want that.
okay, yeah, like he unrobes, and you're like, that's so cutesy wootsy. You're like, I'm gonna jump off this. I'm gonna jump off a building.
Oh, look, it's so cute. Oh, no.
No.
Nar.
So, what's your daily?
Okay, so this happened the other day, and I told Lady Jams this story, and she laughed with me, but I feel like you kind of had to be there. Okay, so I just want to
It's about
preface.
to be great.
Maybe you had to be there, but
I swear, if it's a third pocket pussy story, I'm gonna lose it.
it's not. So you know how you said to be the work, like you didn't quite finish
it.
I mean, I was
word.
playing the character.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So the other day, Silks is putting his sweatpants on, and he has little stringies on the back. So I'm like, oh, I need to cut
Oh
those.
my god, it's the stringy story.
You know this story?
I vaguely remember this.
Oh, God.
Stupid
Well,
string.
now I want to know.
Okay.
I'm into it.
So I'm like, oh, hang on. So I grabbed the little strings to cut them, and he goes, hey, like that. And he goes, that's my pants. he meant to say that's my pants, but he said dash my pants. So for,
so offended.
for the last few days after everything, I'm like, hey, dash my pants.
She must have said pan like
When you guys were out,
like 15
Because
times.
it happened right before we went. That's why he was getting dressed. And I was like, oh, hang on, let me cut those.
That's my pan.
Dash my pants. And I was like, those are your what?
those are your paws.
Your pants. My
So-
pants.
So is the English language today's daily dose?
It sucks. The word pants is too hard.
Oh my god. That's funny. What happened?
Well, then when I said, what did you just say? He was like, those are my pants. Like he thought
You
that
don't
he's-
know. You
I'm
did
like,
say
that
that.
is
You just
not-
power right through.
that
You just
is
power
not
right on
what you
through,
said.
baby.
Yeah, no. So that's been my my logo lately.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
See, put that on a t-shirt, dude.
Yeah, dash my pants.
That's my pants.
That's my pants. Actually, you should make sweatpants and say
That's my pants.
right there on the little leg. That's my pants.
So it
Anyways.
is funny.
It's funny.
Out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I heard it the first time.
What'd you give it the first time?
That's my pan. As somebody who struggles with the English language, I gave him a pan.
Well, and
I said,
He
you know what?
was
You get a
like-
free pan.
he was like, no one found that funny, Jess. And Elliot was like, what? There was all two of you didn't find it funny? The only two involved?
I think if I was drinking, I would find that story funnier.
It's all about how you sell it. It's
Yeah.
about storytelling.
Lady
ability.
Jams was like crying with me. So I appreciate
Must be a girl thing. Anyways, now it's time.
It's now time for TV on the internet.
Wait, we had an
It is
intro.
now time.
Wait, we do have an intro.
we
What
have
happened?
an intro.
Hold on, wait. Okay.
Boo.
Boo. Where did it go?
Oh, you stink.
Oh, you stink!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Let me see. Is it?
That's the
Here we go.
sounder you should get.
Lights, camera, action.
It is now time for TV on the internet.
That's right. TV on the internet, where we put you up on some game of the stuff that we are watching so you can watch along with us. Ain't that right, Jams?
Oh, yeah, we got some stuff we got to talk.
Now, you've been on a total Sopranos kick.
Yes.
You're about 20 years too late on that.
I don't think you're ever too late for The Sopranos because it's that good of a show. Like The Sopranos is arguably, I don't have the same reaction as to like Penguin,
Right.
but I know a great show when I watch one. And
Sopranos.
The Sopranos, and the thing that makes The Sopranos so good is how much you love a character into hating a character into loving and missing a character when they go.
Well, I think Sopranos was the first time that the Sunday night watching on HBO
Mandatory.
was mandatory.
Yeah.
Like if you're keeping up on this story, you got to watch this
Mhm.
at this time on Sunday.
It was like the first water cooler show.
Yeah.
And
From HBO.
From HBO. And I totally get it. And I love it. Lady James, this is like her third time seeing it. It's probably her favorite show ever, and I totally get why. We just got started into season 3, and things are really moved. Season 2 was crazy. Great finale for season 2. But I did, I can't watch like 5 episodes in a row anymore. Like I need.
Why? You need a buffer?
I need a buffer now because it's really serious the whole way through.
Right.
So I need like watch 2-3 episodes and then I need a break. I need something dumb I can turn my brain off for
How
a
long
bit.
are the episodes?
45 to like 55 minutes.
Oh yeah, I can't.
I mean, it's great television, but I mean like 6 episodes in a row, I need a break from it. But we decided, because I've been noticing like a lot of old Survivor players are doing this show called The Traitors.
Yeah.
It's on Peacock and
Carolyn's
NBC.
on that, yeah.
Carolyn,
won,
Jeremy, Tony, and Boston Rob's
they won,
on this.
like rewards, didn't they? Or like awards? Weren't they? I thought they were nominated for stuff.
It's getting great reviews, and you know, Alan Cummings is the host, and he's
fucking Nightcrawler, bro.
Yeah, and he's very just eccentric and flamboyant, and he's such a character in his own.
He's a great actor, by the way.
He's a fantastic, incredible actor. Don't get me wrong. So me and Lady James, let's just start season 3 because season 3, it just dropped the first 3 episodes. We'll watch the first episode or 2. I got to tell you, man, it sucks.
It sucks. What's the whole premise?
Do you ever play the game Mafia?
No.
So like everybody closes their eyes and then there's like one person deems Alan. Okay, here's how it works. Sorry, I'm all over the place now. I'm just going to focus on Traitors. Old reality TV stars like Big Brother stars, Survivor stars, Real Housewives stars all get sent to this castle in Scotland.
It's a pretty castle.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And Alan Cummings is the host, and essentially he talks to each participant, and you can either be a faithful or a traitor. The faithful have to try and figure out who the traitors are. The traitors have to then kill off all the people until only the traitors are left.
Got it.
For the Gen Zers, it's Among Us. And you all sit at this round table. You're all blindfolded. And if he touches you on the shoulder, you are a traitor. There's only 3, or I guess 4 now. Pardon me. And you do these like activities and these challenges to get like shields. That way you're safe from being murdered. And then you go to the round table and you try and pick out who the traitors are while the traitors try and throw you off the scent the whole time.
Got it.
Premise is great.
On paper, it's great.
On paper, it's great. It is the most theatrical. It's all sizzle and no substance.
Do you feel like it's set up and scripted, whereas people say like Survivor scripted, and you're like, no, dude, it's not. It's cut in a certain way, but it's not. Is it scripted to bring drama to the table?
No, it just feels like there's a whole lot of nothing going on.
Right.
Like the first 2 episodes we're watching, and it's like Alan Cummings is doing all this theatrical talk, the Shakespearean talk. Who's a traitor?
Yeah.
Or a faithful.
Right.
While he's wearing the most ridiculous like
outfit,
dress kilt thing ever.
Yeah, Dracula-esque kind of
and
outfit.
He's just like, now you will do your first challenge, but first, toodles, it's tea time. You're like, all right, I get it.
Right.
Like, I get it. But you got to give me something. And you're just sitting there waiting for something to happen. And even the challenge, it's just rowing a boat and then you drop people off, rowing a boat, dropping people off. There's no real like
suspense to it.
There's no excitement. There's no excitement. And the whole excitement is supposed to be who's going to get killed off and who are people thinking are the traitors. And it was just so...
It's like the social game of Survivor is my favorite part of Survivor, not the challenges. I like to see people like twist up like that. But you're saying that is what the whole show's supposed to be, but it's really not there.
It's essentially scramble the show. And a social game is fun to watch on Survivor, and the manipulation is fun. But there's just really like, there's no... The thing that makes Survivor great is that it's literally life or limb.
Right.
Like you're not going to die on Survivor, but you're starving. You got no shelter.
It makes your tension high.
Yeah, so you're already worked up.
You're already pissed.
They're living in this lavish castle. Like there's no stakes, it feels like.
Right.
And it just came off super boring.
Well,
And
I'll
I know-
be sure to not watch it.
And I know,
Yeah.
and like all people are talking about is how much they love it. And it's just like, it was so, I couldn't get through the second episode.
Well, this is what I'll tell you. I have a list of things that I have to watch. It's been kind of crazy for me.
Mhm.
Jess, you watched other Rush Hour movies.
I did, and I watched. I can't remember which one it is. It's either Shanghai Nights or Shanghai Noon.
Shanghai Noon.
With
With
you're
Owen
going through the
Wilson
whole.
and
I-
Jack. You're just
yeah.
going through the
Jackie Chan
filmography.
movies?
Yeah.
Oh, round of applause. We need that. You should be going through Jackie Chan movies. That's exactly what you should
I
be doing.
have a literal crush on that man.
Really?
I just know he lay it down real nice. I am a huge fan
He's
of
in
Jackie
great shape.
Chan.
He's an old man, but he's in great shape.
I'm
Coming
a
up
big
in
fan.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I am a big fan.
And I
so.
hate to say it, but this new Karate Kid movie actually looks kind of sick.
Which one?
The Karate Kid's Legend.
I didn't see it.
You haven't seen the trailer yet?
No.
So Jackie's back.
Oh, no way.
LaRusso's back, but they got like Jackie's a new disciple, and it's like Jackie's disciple.
Really?
And honestly, it looks kind of sick. I hate to say it looks kind of dope.
Wait. What is it called?
I think it's called Karate Kid's Legend. Karate Kid Legends. And it's badass.
Okay, hold on. We're watching this trailer
You're
live.
gonna watch it live? You're
Live
gonna
on
give
the
a little
pod.
reaction video going?
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's put it up. All right. Hold on. All right. Here it is.
Ding.
Okay. Skeptical. I like
Our
where it's set.
traditions
The
are
goat.
rooted in history.
The
Is
goat.
that Daddy?
That's Daddy.
Kung
Daddy
Fu.
Chan.
Ooh.
Karate.
This kid act like the actor they have is like the kid is
Strong.
sick.
You knew Mr. Miyagi?
I did not come looking
I
for
told you
Shinji
he's back.
Miyagi. I came looking for you.
Wait, is this my YouTube kind of react?
What?
They're doing what?
In life,
Woke Karate Kid.
only one question.
Why are there Asian people in this? Whoa. Whoa.
Worth fighting for it? Or not?
It does look good.
I'm telling you, just wait. Just wait.
Lee
Lee!
means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi.
I'm doing this for all of us. Whatever it takes.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Two branches,
Dude, I'm getting chills.
I'm telling
Look
you,
at
man.
the hair. Look.
one tree.
It's the. All right.
Yeah, no.
I'll see it. It looks good.
No, I told you.
Okay, I hate to admit it. That looks like an elevated version of a Karate Kid movie.
Can
Yeah.
we all go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Drunk movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
1000% a drunk movie.
Yeah. Now, with all that being done, okay, we got to move on to They're Better Than Us and finish episode 2 of the Do Over podcast. I have a list of things that I'm going to be watching that I have from you guys. It's been kind of chaotic, like I was saying, but I'll come back with my reviews. I'll watch a couple episodes of The Traitors and your recommendations, The Perfect Match and Chim Crazy.
Uh-huh.
We didn't even get to Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's some tea right there.
yeah,
Yeah, it
we'll
is.
get to it. But with that being said, I want to say thank you very much. And I know I've been cryptic about this, but we do have our first official sponsor. Yeah.
Mhm.
We do have our first official sponsor. We're going to be talking about that more in the next couple weeks. It's going to allow us to do a little bit more content moving forward as well. And all the people that are personally sponsoring our show.
All 11 of you. We
All
love
11
you.
of you.
Amazing.
12 now. Someone came through.
Hey,
Hey,
we got ourselves
thank
a dozen.
you.
I will let the Patreon people tell me if they are okay with me giving them a shout out, either, like a credit roll or
What if
personally
we give
here.
them code names?
We can give them code names.
We can give them code names.
Whatever they want. But our Patreon is up. We have a lot of generous people that are doing that. But remember, the best thing you can do to support us is to subscribe on our YouTube, follow us on our Spotify. Share, listen, share it with everyone. Spread the word as much as you can. That helps us in every way. If you want to directly support us, Patreon is up. Our tiers are more so jokes on the higher amounts.
Yeah.
So read the description because it's a joke.
Honestly, you can do the cheapest one.
we appreciate
we threw it out there because why not?
Yeah, but it's a joke. But go and check it out. Thank you to everyone that is directly supporting us, and especially our sponsor for believing in us.
Yes,
absolutely.
That makes me feel so cool. And we got a new studio.
Potentially.
No, we got it.
Oh, we got it?
Yeah, we got it.
We got them.
I have the key. I have the key in my car.
Ooh.
Slay.
So we got a new studio. It was a big deal.
We're working on it. We are on zhuzhing it up.
Remember, there's a lot of stuff that goes around this and how to pull this off, especially if we're going to be adding another smaller episode per week. So we get multiple episodes per week. In order to do this takes money, time, and resources.
Yeah.
But we are
forever grateful
for everyone who's supporting us. But coming up on this studio is going to be a big deal because it's going to allow us to like make the workflow a little bit faster. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be going over there, and keep your eyes and ears open on new big things that we're going to be doing coming up in the next couple of weeks. So you have even more content from us, because we're going to try to do this as regularly as we can, because we know you'll be feeding for us. You know what? The numbers don't lie. I am so amazed by the turnout. I did not expect that. So thank you. We love you and
We're
appreciate
hot
you.
and funny.
All right,
So-
enough kissing butt. We've done it enough now.
What?
We've been kissing butt now. We're good. We can't sound too thankful.
I am thankful.
I know we are. They know
But
we
I'm
are.
thankful.
I know.
But Elliot,
I know that they know that we are.
thankful.
But if we overdo it, then they're gonna be like, "All right, this is too preachy now." No,
Okay.
still got to give them some two.
I tell you what. Thank you, but Dove. Of course, you were going to give us.
There
money.
you go.
We're hot and funny.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
So-
Thank you. God bless. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Y'all knuckleheads. Get out of here,
Anyways,
you.
It's time to get the fuck on out of here, Elliot.
Language.
We need to go on with our lives. Remember, uncensored episodes of the Do Over podcast will be found directly on our Patreon. If you don't like the bleeps or the sound effects, that's where you're going to get it. Our lowest tier, it's unlocked for all tiers. Plus, I'm going to give a Patreon member the free massage from Valerie O'Brien.
Val.
It's
Shout
just-
out Val.
It's just Drew in a wig. Hi, I'm Val.
I'm
Come
Val.
here.
I'm here
Let
to
me elbow your back.
I'm here to rub out those knots.
That would be funny. But it's a free 1 hour session with Valerie O'Brien from Valerie O'Brien Massage. And she has this really nice studio in Clovis. It's a legit. It is not like a, hey, here's $20 kind of thing. Nope. She is super professional. So keep it professional. However, if you want to do a couples massage, it's half off of a couples massage. So I'm going to be giving out that to someone on the Patreon right when this is airing. Whoever is a member of the Patreon at that time is going to be in the running. So as low as $5 can get you in the running if that's something that you want.
$5 could win you a massage.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
It's valued at $100. So
There you go.
if you want to, you have to be from the Central Valley, obviously, because it's a local giveaway on this, but we're going to be working on that as time goes. So thank you very much. Now, with that being said, Elliot, how many episodes of the Do Over podcast not being on terrestrial radio?
I think it says, let me get my glasses. 3.
3 episodes of the Do Over podcast no longer being on terrestrial radio. Who needs it?
Who needs it?
We're on the motherfucking internet, baby.
Who needs them?
Until next week, gotta go. Love you. Bye.